How are you doing? Doing good? Glad to see all of you. Hello, TikTok fan, followers, friends, and family. Good to have all of you. Hope you're doing well. I was gonna cook today, but then my kitchen was occupied by my daughter today. She's home, so she's making food for her family. So I'm good with that. And she's cooking for me too, so I had a delicious meal with her. What I'm gonna do with you today, what I'm gonna do for all of you today is, as you may learn a little bit about me, is that I not only cook, I also crochet. I knit also, but I have not done knitting in a long time. I still remember some of the basic knitting patterns, but I do crochet regularly, and I can crochet a whole lot of beautiful patterns, and I want to show you the basic crochet technique first, and before I can get into something complicated. And I hope you're with me. How many of you like to crochet? I mean, crochet meaning that you're down with all these different needles here. I think I was on here before. So here's some of the, this is my favorite here. I lost a few when I went on the plane, and I took them with me. Sometimes I lost in the process, or maybe the TSA kept it, I'm not sure, but that's fine. I was able to take it in TSA. Delicious. I've done that many times. So, because I'm not kidding about me crocheting, so here are some of the needles that I collected over time. And some was given to me by family members and friends who no longer want to crochet. So when I'm talking about crochet needles, I'm talking about I'm not exaggerating. Okay, so these are one of the large hook. This is size N. N is size 15. So it's not the biggest. I have seen the biggest one too, but this will do a really nice project. Different kind of project, maybe quilt or blanket or something. So there are different kinds of hook head. Some of them it's a little tiltier, some of them a little hookier. So it depends. Yeah. So I like this right here. This kind of head here, and there's some of them I like that. There's no big difference, but it for me it worked a little bit different. This is huge. Look at this. Almost as big as my little finger. I have not done anything big, but you need a big yarn for this. If you're going to use single yarn, then you're going to have to combine about three different spool of yarns. And of course, when I said I crochet, I mean I crocheted. So I so here are the crochet needles. Yeah. Some of metal ones, some of the plastic, some of. I would love to have a set of this also. I just love the fact that it has a real nice grips. This grip here would allow a finger to rest on it easily, and this one is also huge. This is K. So these are some of the large selections. So I'll tell you which one is my favorite. Oh, I like this head also. Look at that. It is a little, I don't know, it's a little neater. It's not as bulgy. Yeah. Okay, so the difference is the, okay. So you may not see the difference, but there is a difference. Hold on, how you do this? See it? And then this one is bulgier, this one is smoother. So anyway, it it all work. I don't know why it created differently, because different people have different ideas. So then these are the finer crochet. This is where you create a doily, some of those beautiful intricate flowers, a very sophisticated design. We used all these needles, okay? But that's not all. You know, when we have obsession, I mean obsession, we have our own obsession, okay? Like I said, I don't collect Lamborghinis and all those yachts and villas, but a little thing that I can do to make me happy is to collect the things that implement my skill. Okay, so these are the very fine needles here. Very fine, I'm talking about almost as little as the needle itself. And this right here, you can practically crochet out of threads. Very, very fine. I know I have to do anything with that because it's gonna take forever and ever. Same thing for this one right here. Look at that, how little that is. Okay, very small. Compared to the needle, this is like the needles. The needle. So different needles, different needle size. It produces different. You can do different, same pattern, but it's just one bigger pattern, a smaller patterns. So this one right here is for doily. Yeah, when I said I had needle, I mean it. I resolute. Look at this one right here, so fine. Can you see it? Very small. Very, very small. Fortunately, I have not done anything that small. I would like, it would be like tiring. So, my obsession. Okay. So, I may never gonna use all of it, but owning it was like a big deal, you know. I mean, yeah. And then, of course, I use this. They don't have them at the yard, not yard, at the craft store anymore. When first came out, I grabbed about 7 of these, but I think I lost 2 so far. So I still have the size that I use most, this one, and the fine pattern would be this one right here, and varieties. And let's talk about yarns, okay? So the yarn came in different size, colors, textures, and yarn type. So this right here is 100% cotton, and it's beautiful cotton. And it came in a small spool. Here is about $3, $4 per spool. So it's pretty expensive for cotton product. And then, of course, then you have something that you can get relatively. This brand right here is a lot cheaper, and they have multiple color. It's good for blankets or throws or thaw, or even baby blanket work as well. Okay, so this right here is ombre, and it's called Jassy. It's kind of pinkish lavender, kind of dreamy color. Okay. So there are so many, like I would say hundreds, a few hundreds kind of yarns, textures, yarn type, wool, multi-colors, the ombre. This is the fine yarn right here. This is fine, and sometimes it's difficult because it's not only fine, but it's black, and sometimes it's hard to see with the black color. And of course, it come in beautiful color, all kind of texture, all kind of colors. And then my favorite here is the rainbow. Right here. Oh, it's about to be do me no good. So here I had made beautiful scarf with it, the lattice flower, the same flower that I finished last week. So this will be beautiful. I had a few of these made, and people just grab them. And my family loves it. And So when I crochet, you know, I mean, I'm not exaggerating. I mean, I get down to it. So so I collect all this when I need it, and I have it. And so the same varieties. I love this. This is wool, and this one right here is pretty expensive. This is about what? See the price? It's almost $9 per spool. Compared to this is about $4, $5 per spool. And this ombre right here, look at the beautiful color. So it come in one spool. When you crochet, it give you the varieties of colors, rainbows colors. It's really beautiful. You know, you gotta know what you like, and sometimes I make per order. Oops, sorry, I just had lunch. This right here, this right here, I'm not joking. It's about $3 per spool here. It's small like this. This is the 100% cotton. So typically when I make blanket or baby product, I use cotton. And then I got into making swimming suit, and I learned the pattern, and then I put I gotta finish it because oh yeah, this is about B cup here. So and I was making bikinis and everything, so it's not quite done yet. Like I've been postponing it. My daughter said, "Mom, I'm still waiting for my swimming wear." Yes, another century perhaps. So with this brand here, it had beautiful baby colors, like all pink, off purple, so it's really cute colors. I love it. But they're so expensive though. You know, even to make a baby blanket, I would need about 10-20 of these, and it can be costly. And look at that. And the name said it, because I'm not endorsed by them, so I can't mention the name. But look at that. Look at the bright, beautiful colors. You know, you will love it. Okay, but crochet the cotton is a little bit different. Just like I was making garum dol here, this out of this spool here. So this is the Cambodian national flower. It's called garum dol. It's rumdol flower. It smells awesome. I think you're related to perfume of God. So I have a large collection of yarns because, you know, I crochet regularly, and with the craft store, and you have to check with the day that they have this on sale, stuff like that. So these are some of the male dominant colors, you know, can be also for female too. And of course, you know, I mean I have a lot of yarns. I mean, I collect them, you know. I mean, I bought them when they're on sale. It's a good deal, you know. Some of them are like going obsolete, so they can be relatively affordable. Other than that, the most expensive yarn that I have purchased was the hand tie-dye cotton, and that runs about $19 per spool, and it's not a very big spool. You know, it's probably a little bit bigger than this. So that because it was handmade and hand tie-dye. So, you know, I mean, considerably it's get expensive, because minute that men are creating it, it's not a machine, then, you know, it can get complicated and can get expensive, which is fine. You know, I love it because the hand tie-dye itself is so beautiful. Well, hello, thank you. When I'm not making it soon. Someone from Korea, right? Korea, I can't read your Korea. You love crochet too. Cool. Let's bring it on. One Side Gaming, hello. Oh, well, thank you. Love messages, appreciate that. Thank you. I hope that's one of my grandkids. So yeah, let's start, because somebody is want to see me in action. Okay, so today these are some of the beautiful colors that I make scarf off, or even booty. You know, I mean, right now no one really appreciate crocheting because of the weather. You know, that's beautiful color also. Because of the weather is so warm, and we're thinking about sitting next to the yarn and making you warmer. You know, therefore, it never really a good idea to crochet in summer. I crochet a lot more in winter because for some reason that attitude of being around yarn and crochet it make me feel warm. I don't know. It just the energy of it, I think. So today I'm going to be using the G, side G, or 4, size 4, because I wanted to make beautiful let me see what I want to make today. I wanted to make them. I was telling my audience on YouTube that I wanted to make these flowers here, okay? But first, I will have to make the band first. In order to do that, and then we probably can make the flowers also if we have enough time. So this right here, you know me, I wear this on my cooking show. I mean, just to keep my hair off food, you know. Sometimes it's literally, you mean, this pattern is good for beautiful little kid, little girls, you know, young woman, you know, but I wear them too, you know. I mean, I'm not that old considerably, even I'm a grandmother. And so let's choose a color. I have a whole bunch here, a whole bunch of band here already, you know. I mean, I wear them on my cooking show. So here are some roses that I made. So maybe I should show you to make some of these roses here. And in fact, I already have some flower made, so maybe what I do today is just make a band, so that way I can attach one of this flower for you. And I have to come back another time where I show you how to make roses. Okay? And these are white roses, so very, very pretty. Yeah, I mean, you can make corsage out of this also. And I experienced a lot of patterns that I love, you know, and I did some different patterns of flowers here. It just creation. I had no name for it, you know. I mean, but I love the roses though, you know. I mean, look at that. I think I showed you guys before. And of course, you know, varieties of I thought there was jasmine right here, symbolically. And I did a lot of I explore a lot of new beautiful pattern for flowers for the band, you know. I don't even remember to go back and do this. I done this a long time ago, but what I can do is that I can trace back and do this with you guys. So I guess we can do that also. But and now because we already have these right here, maybe I will put this big flower here, you know. I mean, be like that. Let's make a band for it, okay? I mean, this is beautiful purple roses, and let's make a band for it. Okay. So I'm not gonna make extra large band. I have extra large band here. As you can see, I think I showed you guys before. This is some of the extra large band, and then I narrow it to a smaller band. And then this one right here had button on the back. It's very, very neat. So as a lot of you may have seen that I wear these on my cooking shows. You know, I have this beautiful purple, this beautiful pink roses here. And I did the Gadam dual in red, but traditionally is in yellow. There's only one color. And then because there's so many requests for roses, and so I went ahead and and make that also. But for me, I kept this for me, another tone of pink roses, and I add different tone of leaves. Well, I did. Let me see which one. Oh yeah, this one right here. I add 2 tones of leaves, dark green and the soft green. So let's make one of these band then, and then once we're done, when I'm done, I'm gonna put the flower together so that you know. So I make this upon order. Although you be interested, you know, the price is negotiable. I mean, the price is it's not bad, but this is American made though by Chef Anna, so it have to be something rather in something for it. Okay. I can make because it's purple, so I have to find a matching color that is gonna go well with purple. So I can do purple over purple. You know, I mean, it's not a bad idea. So I have dark purple and then lighter lilac colors. So I think it's complementary. Or even that color. Hold on. What color do you think should it be? You want the lilac, which is that, or that? I think this color is closer than this color, so let's do this color here. This is purple. This is lilac color. Even this brand here, this is $5 per spool. Okay. Even they're considered one of the cheap yarns. Yeah. But if you do big projects such as quilts or bed cover, you will need something big, and then some big spool like that, you know what I mean, that big, and that will allow you to do a more big and broader pieces of blanket or bed cover. Okay. So to start, I'm just doing a knot here. Give me that little single. So we're gonna do a we can do a count of a count of 9 single crochet. Okay, single crochet is very basic, so this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about single crochet. It's very basic. Okay, so I think this yarn this might be too big. Let me go to a smaller needle size. So this is G, F, F, G, one size smaller. Okay, so you're gonna learn to crochet today now. Let's go get your yarns and needles, right? So there you go, the start of my single crochet. So I mean, holding the yarn is up to you. You know, some go around the finger, you know, and release it release it. My mom, she does this. So this is the single crochet. Okay, when you make chain, you do single crochet. So it's easy. Hook, pull over, hook, pull through, hook, pull through. My granddaughter, she the one that appears in my cooking all the time, she's learning how to crochet also. It's interesting because she struggled with the needle. Okay, so this is the chain right here from the single crochet. So this is, they call it the chains. Okay, with these chains, it's the start, it's the bottom where we initiate is the chain first. Okay, we create this chain. So the chains is the very basic of all crochet technique. Okay, so you can do it. So look at that, how easy it is. So hook, pull through, pull through. So the way I'm holding my yarn is I just, I mean, it depends on how you do it. So, you know, I mean, I'm just going between my finger here, just like going through the little weaver machine. So I just want about 9 of single here. So this is the single crochet here. Okay, all of these roses are either double crochet, triple crochet. Okay, because it goes a little the little patterns of higher, taller. So this is basic right here. Okay, anybody can accomplish this. It's just hook and pull through. Here's a trick right here. There's a little hole right there. This is where your needle go. Okay, it is for beginner. Okay, for the new, for someone who want to learn how to crochet. If you are amateur, you professional, hey, love for that. Okay, so I want about 9 or 10 of this. So I'm gonna count my, because I didn't count it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10. I have 10 of the single crochet. So we're gonna make this part here. Okay. So now that we finished our first row, so we're still gonna keep our needle together with the yarn. Okay. Now we're gonna turn it over. We're gonna turn it over. Okay. We turn it over and then just that very first right there. Yeah, see it right here, the very first crochet, the very first availability. So same thing with this one right here, same thing. Now you have the single crochet, but you're not making the chain. So but you crocheting onto one of the right here. You see all this right here, these are the little connector right here. So that's what we're going to do. We did our first chain already, the second chain, same thing, pull over. Now you have this double yarn here, so you're going to pull all through the double yarns. Okay, single crochet. This is single crochet, it's not a chain. We're creating the upper chain here. So chain, upper chain. So we have 3 chains so far, 3 upper chains, single crochet. I know, it's like, oh, that's for grandma. Hello. Grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, single man crochet too. I have good friends who's a man. I mean, he can crochet beautifully. He make doily, blanket, and he can make some of those sophisticated pattern. It's far better than I can produce. And he lives in Fresno. Yeah, I saw gay men crochet also. You know, I mean, it's not just for grandma now. Okay, do not be conceptive. So there you go. So I finished my. Remember, I did the chains here. I had about 10. Let's see, let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I missed one, but we're gonna keep at 9. Okay, I don't care. 9 is fine. And it's about the same size here. There you go. Okay, so you can add another one if you have. If you do this, the fun factor is that we did the change, and then we did the upper change, the same what you call it, the same pattern. Okay, so I'm gonna turn over, and you still have your, we're gonna do single. Remember, we're gonna do single for a long time here, and we can do some increase as we go. All right, so with the first crochet here, we'll insert it, pull, insert through it, hook and pull. See it? Grab, and then we have this 2 little guy here. We combine them, pull through the 2 of them. Yeah. Hey, you're doing good so far. You almost now learned the basic. You got the basic crochet done. Okay? So there we go. We see it. I know this is gonna be easy. If my granddaughter can do it, so can you. So if you want to crochet, next time, go get your equipment. Go get a whole bunch of needles. So start with size 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, depending what you're gonna make. Okay, so this right here is size 7.75, almost a 4. So this right here would work well with this yarn number here. So on the yarns, it'll tell you what hook number what size of the yarns and what size of the needle you need. Okay, so it depends. That's why each pattern required. This one right here is, it required 5.5. I'm using a 4, almost a 4. So the reason I use a smaller needle because I want it tight. Okay, I want it tight pattern here. If I want a loose pattern, then I can use the 5.5, which is the larger needle here. So this is 5.5 right here. And because I want my band to be tight, so I use this. See the difference? And it's hook letter I, 5.5 mm. This one is hook F, 3.75 mm. So it's about 2 sizes smaller. Yeah. So if I use this side right here, it'll be loose. Okay, it'll be loose and you can see through the hole. But when I use the smaller side, you can't really see the hole because it's tight. It's very tight. Yeah. That's what I like in the band, because the band will stretch. When you wear it, it's gonna stretch. So that's why we need a smaller hook size. Okay, here we go. So here we go. Mama, we finished the 3rd rows of our single crochet. We're gonna do this until we need it, until we're done. Okay, I'll let you know because I forgot to count, but I modify as I go because I don't write anything down. I'm trying to remember in my head. Okay, so now you got down the single crochet, right? So single crochet. You can do single crochet all around. It's going to be a headband like that. So it's going to be single crochet all around. But then I had to increase here because I wanted to make room for the flowers. Especially this is a huge flower, so about the same size of this. So therefore, I'm going to make the band. I would expand it here. I have about 15 here. So I add 5 extra just so that I can have I increase here so I can put my flowers and the rest of the decorations, okay, or the attachment. And depend on your hair too. If you have big hair, then we're gonna have to make this longer. If you have small hair like I do, then we and that depends on, I know my own head size, so I can literally make this without even counting the number, you know, or I just put it around my head, and if it's comfortable, then I'm good. You know, I don't want it too loose. I don't want it too tight. I want to be able to have it fit perfectly. And remember, these are yarn, so it's gonna stretch over time. So if you had a little bit tighter, it would be fine because it's gonna get stretched because these are crocheting product. And once you wash it, it's gonna stretch. So I recommend that with all the yarn products that you take it down to have dry clean. If you wash it yourself, then hand wash and hang dry. See, this is the single crochet right here. It gives you this beautiful foundation look like that. It look almost like a little chain. See it? So this is the length. Oh, this is the width. This is the length. So we're gonna go circumference. Okay, so This is the length we start with. We had 9. So when I get a little further down, I'm going to expand it to 15. It's increased by 12, 13, 14, 15, and stay on 15 for a little bit, and then I will decrease it, and I'll show you how. This is fun, you know. I mean, this right here, it's a lot fun because it help. They consider this as uh, there's a word for it. It's called occupational therapy. You know, I don't know why it's occupational therapy. You know, maybe because we work hard all day, we come home, we want to relax. So when you crochet, then it become a therapy for someone. For me, it's become a therapy. It relaxes me. When I crochet, I typically don't talk because I know the pattern here, so I can talk with you. Normally, if I talk, I will miscount. When I miscount, then we have issue. Then I have to redo, and then I have to redux. I have to whatever I need to do, and because single crochet is a very basic fundamental. So if in order to crochet, you have to learn the single pattern here. And a single pattern is beautiful. It can create beautiful beanie, socks, booties, sweaters, anything like that. So this you can make anything with single crochet. Okay, and a double crochet is a little bit different. Like I said here, I can see here that there are double crochet, single crochet, half single crochet, and there are triple crochet here and quadruplet crochet. So it depends on the size of the crochet we need. So you have to be creative, you know. I mean, some of the beautiful patterns are given by some of the non-English speaking individual that are from another non-speaking English. So to learn from those sophisticated pattern, you have to already know how to crochet really, really well, because it's not in English. So I can understand it. Even want some of those beautiful patterns that I cannot crochet myself, so I will go learn it from someone else, and I made a lot of pattern out of it. So this right here is basic, so you can learn it. Okay, single crochet. DBDDH, oh, your name. Malamadi, you from India? Malamadi said hi also. Thank you for coming on. One Side Gaming, hello to you too, and I hope you're crocheting also. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, okay? This relaxes me a lot, especially when I'm flying long distance. You know, I flew considerably a few times per year just to visit family member on the other side of the United States. So it's about 6,000 miles away. So it's about 5-6 hour flight. So with that, I get anxieties when I have to fly, and I'm not want to think of anything crazy. Recent incident with all that crazy stuff, you know. Now I don't even want to fly anywhere, even see the kid. Maybe I just take the rail, the freight or something, because I don't know. You know, with the thing that's going on right now, it just raised a big flag for me, the red flag for me. So I know I need to go see the grandkids and the kids. This Christmas is unavoidable because my set of twin granddaughters going to turn 18. Yes. So I guess I had not much choice for that. So we're going to do purple over purple. This is a little off purple, well, I mean deep purple, and then we kind of have a soft purple. So we're going to have a little band here. I want to finish, it's going to look similar to this band here. Okay, this is a single crochet, and then I did the lining. Okay, and then I have the rose, and then I add the little bit accents of roses here. Okay. So it's turned out beautifully. Look, single crochet. Okay? Excuse me. I have such a big lunch today, and sorry, my daughter, she cooks something delicious, and you know, sometimes very seldom that I get free lunch or someone cook for me. So So when some cook for me, and it's a nice treat for me because it usually is the opposite, and then I cook and treat family. So to turn over, you don't have to leave the needle, just keep the needle in there, and then just go to the very first. Don't skip any of the pattern. If you skip, and then it's gonna be miscount. Okay, so you want a straight corner, a straight end like that. That means that all these are counted on both. If you skip any of these, you see that it started to receding and get narrow, and we don't want that. We want it the same line here until we ready to add the rows. Basic single crochet. There you go. You can do it. If you're gonna make beanie of this can be the base of your beanie. Okay, it would be like the base of your beanie, and then you add line to it, you know, until you cover the whole beanies. I don't know if you have beanies in here. Oh yeah. So this pattern is a little bit different here, okay, for the beanies. But I make a simple crochet pattern here for my beanies, and it started here, it ended up here. Okay. So I add a different pattern, and then I initiate it and initial it. I have my first name, initial my first name, and the whole last name spelled out, N-I-N-N. So this required needlework here, the regular needlework. Okay, so if you have the machine to do it, you could, you know. So this beanie right here fit well, you know. I mean, it covered the whole. It's not overwhelmingly big, and you can add pom-pom to it. So I make so many of this. I give so many of this away. That's why I was saying earlier that in my other show that I'm gonna make a few of these, and I will select people that are my true supporter, the one that always here and subscribing to my channel, the one that send me the comments on my YouTube and let me know that you have followed me. And I wanted to do a lottery name, and so I can pick a couple people so that they can have my free scarf. Let me show you some of the beautiful scarf that I make. I just finished one not long ago. So this is called a lattice flower. Remember, I was working on it day and night. Okay, so if I really got the time to do this, it will take me one day only, and I can finish the whole scarf here. Just because, and because I didn't have all the time, so I tried to finish this. I add a little frill here. Here's the frills with the beautiful flowers. So like I was saying that, yeah, right now it's hot, so it doesn't look really like inviting, but when it's cold, it's gonna be like your best friend, you know. You can wear and complementary with any outfit because it's a neutral color. Okay, and I love the baby blue color here. I make so many of these for friends and family, and I never really have one of my own because the one that I think I'm gonna make for myself, and then someone wanted, and someone's birthday, someone anniversary, somebody something, so I always have to give them up and give it to someone else, you know. I mean, yeah, so you can just be creative with your scarf. And yeah. So there you go. This is a beautiful lettuce flowers that I've been crocheting the last few days. Okay, it finally finished. So it's lengthy, yeah, and beautiful design. Yeah. So this is called lattice patterns, lattice flower patterns. It's beautiful. It's complicated, but because I've been crocheting for a while now, so I learned. So right here is very basic. I don't have issue with this, but some of the patterns are very sophisticated, you know. So here we go. We'll probably need about, let me see. I started to split at the line 50, where I started splitting line 50, where I add extra count because we wanted to expand the band. Okay, Remember, we start with a little narrow here. This is the wrong, the inside of it. And then right here where I expand, I put about 50 crochet here, single crochet here, just to make enough room for the flowers. You flip it over. Yeah. So that's how it looked like. See it? So you see that the bands are not the same size. Or you can do straight, like this one right here. I do straight count, and I add this beautiful flower here, accent with lilac colors. Is very beautiful. So the same side band, and this one come off. I add a little cute attachment there. So, and it look like that. I mean, you can make the same side also. And to allow this flower to stand out that way. So it just you just wear it around and you button it up back here. Easy. Okay, we can do that also, but I normally just attach them, because to make the button is just another hours to make button. But it's pretty cute though, because yeah, it's cute. And then you make buttonhole back here, so you put them together like that. Yeah. Crochet designer are just like fashion designer. They constantly create new patterns, new technique, new style, and same thing for fashion designer. They make different clothing design to meet the new fashion. I mean the new fashion fad, where now I see all the fashion shows look weird, because then you have people wearing something that where it come from. I mean, it just got uglier, and people wearing them too. I mean, come on, does it? I don't know. I'm just saying that the fashion industry is just out of fashion style to create their clothes. So here if I do this without, now that you got the ideas of the basic crochet, I'm going to speed up a little bit so that way we can get to the end of this story here. Okay, remember, now we're going to be adding this gigantic flower on it here, okay, with a complementary of a little accents of lavender here, also purple color. So it's going to be pretty. I would get to wear this in my cooking show, or perhaps I will save this for Christmas, and perhaps I will pick one of you guys lucky person, and all you need to do is just pay for the shipping and handling, and you will have free complimentary gift from Chef Anna for being such a great audience, being such a great followers, and that you subscribe, and that you have shared my channel, and I appreciate that. I mean, this is out of my heart here, because from this string here into something sophisticated, beautiful like that, it take amount of talents. Okay, so I know that a lot of people trying to teach, to learn how to crochet. Years ago, I was in charge of the young woman programs, and the young woman had seen that I had created these beautiful pattern here, so they wanted to learn. So then we make an evening where we do art and craft, and I came in and purchased all the supply for the young women, and teaching them how to crochet. Okay, so I mean, I think teaching an individual, I think, would be interesting, right? But when you're teaching a group of young women who talent is somewhere else, I mean, some people said you gotta you gotta born to like something. Well, not really. We didn't born to like school, but we have to go to school. But it's something that, there's some truth to it. If you have compassion for it, and then you learn quicker. Okay, the trick to any learning is that you have to have compassion for it. You don't have compassion for it, then it'll take a long time to do that. Just like just like you're in great pain, and all you do is just concentrating on your pain and sufferings, and you don't know how to distract it, right? So let me count. We need about 15 of this single crochet line here. So we have, remember, I count this to increase. I need 15. I think I do. So I need 15 of single here, so I might need a few more to do that. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I need 5 more rows before I expand this. When I create the pattern, sometimes I forgot to record it or write it down, and then I forgotten how I started. Sometimes I accidentally create it, and I like the pattern, and I didn't know how I started, so I have to go back and reevaluate what I started, and then I just relearn myself. You know, sometimes because sometimes it take me some time to learn new pattern or design certain pattern. So in order to do that, I have to go back and look at my product, like the roses here. I made this rose a couple years ago, and I have not even made one rose recently, so I have to go back and undo it, and then learn the pattern from the very basic and how I do that. And this time I'll record it, that way I'll remember what I'm doing. Shoot, I'm not good at memorize things, but then I'm not good about taking note neither. So thinking that I would be able to remember all these, but I didn't. So it's okay. I mean, it will refresh my memory. I have to go back and rethink and how I did it. So now that I have camera here, I just record the new pattern that I learned. That way I can have something to go back and teach myself, you know, because learning the pattern is fun. It just like fashion designer, you know, you sit there with the sketching tools, and you sketch out, you outline certain dress and how you want to design it. Same thing for here, you know what I mean? I have to think about what I'm gonna make today, and just like I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a bouquet of these right here. These are the phalaenopsis, not jasmine. These are the orchids. Okay, so I'm thinking about create a whole bouquet here. I think it would be nice, huh? You have seen the plastic bouquet, but it would be nice to see a crochet bouquet. And these leaves here would be fun to create, okay? And the stem would be fun to create, but the flower might be a little bit tricky because it had layer of flowers here. It had 3 petals back here. Yeah, back petals, and then 3 front petals, and then it's a little center design here. So this is easy to make, you know. I mean, I can do this at no time. It's if I can see something that I like, and I will create it. And just like all the cartoon characters I made for the kids, I one of the funniest design was making some of those beautiful animated character. It's so much fun to do that. And yes, like I said, the crochet designer have to use the same capacity as the fashion designer. You know, I mean, fashion designer, they have to come down with paper and pen. Here you have to come down with yarn and the hook, and then notes. I mean, there's so many beautiful, amazing pattern on lines, and just amazing. But in order to do that, you have to first learn this basic single, double, triple crochet first. And the fundamental skill is to master the single crochet. And once you get the single crochet, and then now your knowledge expand. Once your knowledge expand, you'll be able to crochet other patterns also. So now I'll show you how the double crochet, the triple crochets, and and those are the pattern that we is easily taught. Okay, so now we learn the single crochet, and then you turn it back and forth. It go into left to right, just like you're weaving the clothes. You know, you you run through those little mouths, and then you snap, and then the pattern of the clothes get weaved together. You know, I mean, I watch my people in the village do that, and it's fascinating how they weave clothes. You know, I mean, here I practically use the yarn, but it's in this is a lot easier than weaving clothes. I don't know how they come up with all those intricate design. All right, so let me count what I have already. So one, because this one count here, it combined of two single crochet. Okay, two single crochet to make this one pattern, one lines here, two single crochet. So I got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. I need one more, then we can expand. Yeah. To do that, I would to expand, I would increase the edge of this right here. Okay, I can add double single crochet on both sides here, so it'll be, so we have 10, and then we'll have 14. So this is my first expansion. I'm going to the first single here, the first single crochet here, and do the regular normal single crochet, and then I will add an extra single crochet onto that one hole right there. So now I have 2 single crochet in one hole. Okay, so we're going to do that all the way to the end here, where we add 2 more here, then it will be 14. But you can add in the middle also, but the idea is to get the band to expand, expanding like that. So and that's the reason that we add the extra count toward the end here. So I add an extra one at the same ending here. Okay, we do 1 2 single crochet there. So now you see that it's already start expanding toward the edge here. Okay, and that's what you're seeing here, the expansion right here, and then we expand a few more here to get that size here. So if you measure it, it's sitting right there. Okay, this is the points of expansions right there. So we have now, because we have 13 actually, because we have 9 count here. I was going to make 10, then I miscount from here. So now I add 4 more, so there 13 count. But in the middle here, I think we have 15 count. Let me recount. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So the whole toward the middle here, I will work on 13 for about 2 rows, and then I will increase a couple more for 2 rows until we reach the bigger row that we need. So because I already had expansion here, I would go ahead and crochet normal. There's no more addition to it. Okay, I am going to crochet over it. So we have what, the original 9, and I have 4 more, so that's 13. When I crochet, I like the odd number, even, I mean the even number. The odd number, sometimes it can throw up a patterns, but it's just gonna, it's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do one more row of the 13 count, okay, and when we come back, we're gonna add a couple more. Okay, so you can see the expansion. Okay, we have 9 here and we have 13 here. So the next one I'll do is to add 2 more, so that would be 15. Or maybe I'll do one more row. Will be 3 rows of 13 count of single crochet. But let me show you what double crochet look like. The double crochet, when you toward the end here, you would crochet 1, 2, or 3, and then you hook, and then you would hook the yarn and go into your little pattern here, and 1 pull in, 2 pull in, so you can see. Let me do one more. Okay, so the double crochet is to wind up the yarn, hook through, pull, crochet twice, so that's double right there. Okay, so double of this will be like the whole line here. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do next week. Maybe we can do this in a double crochet. So I have 2 lines of 13 count. So when I come back around, I will increase 2 more on each side. Sorry. Okay. So now we're gonna expand. We're gonna put two on this side, 2 on this end here. Okay. So we have the first hole here. Oops, single, 1, 2. So you have 2 single crochet in one spot here, and then single the rest until we reach the end here, and then we add extra one here will be two single crochet. This is 1 single crochet on each hole until we get to the end where we make 2 single crochet. Here we go. We're at the end now. So we'll go ahead and create 2 single crochet there. So now you see that it's started to look expanding. It's getting wider. Okay. So we're gonna do we did 2 lines of the 13. So now we have 13, then we have 4 more, so then it's 17. So this row here, we do not add anything. We're just gonna do single crochet on each patterns. So we finished our first row of 17 count. So we're gonna do 3 more rows, because 2 single row create this one pattern here, right here, the chain here. Okay. So we need 2 of the single to make that effect, because the single look like that. When you double it, it gives that nice pattern here. Okay, so I need one more row. I need one more row this way and back, and then we can, this is the 17 count. If I want a bigger band, then I would increase 2 more, but let me see if that's what we want to do, because this right here, I had 18 count, I believe. For some reason, I think that yarn is a little bit bigger than this yarn, so I think and it's 15 count. But nevertheless, so I have it's still small, so you know, if I put my flowers, it's still not cover the flowers, at least had a base for the flowers. So I probably add 2 more rows as we go. Remember, we do 2 extra rows for each increase. So when we come back next round, we're going to add 4 more, 2 on each side, and I think that would be the side that we need to settle with. Now you see it look expanding. So this is where we at. All right, I think I have 1 more row, and then I can expand 4 more, and then I think we'll stay at 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so we have 2 rows of 13, okay, and then 2 rows of, hold on, we have the 12, and then the 17, 2 rows 17, 2 rows 12, 17, and then we have 21. Now I'm going to add 2 more, that'll be 25. Okay. So this is where we're going to add our additional count right there at the end. So we're going to do single crochet until at the end where we add an additional 1 extra single crochet. Right there, we at the end. Okay, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. So I think this one, it has 15. At 14. So if I want it wider, I can add 2 extra. Okay, so it'll be 2 extra, it'll be 16. Okay, 16, I think 16 it'll cover, I think 16 it'll cover the rows. I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's do, this is, This is 14 right now. this is one of the fun project, easy, stress-free pattern. Okay, the single crochet is very stress-free and it can be addicted. What I learned about crochet is that if I'm doing something big and I want to get it done, and I will crochet through the night and get exhausted because I don't want to sleep. I want to get it done, or I'm working on a final, or I'm working on a deadline project. And I used to take order from people, and I'll make all kind of design beanies and headbands and different products. And sometimes I get overloaded with orders, and then I need to send it out. So I will spend days and night crocheting until I feel like this is not worth my doing. So I stopped crocheting for years. But then I noticed that when I stopped crocheting, I forget the pattern. I forgot the patterns. Okay, Mom. When I forgot the patterns, and then I have to spend hours and days trying to figure it out. Some of the sophisticated pattern is some pattern that I don't remember, and I've forgotten, and I won't be able to crochet it. Okay, so there we go. I think I can keep at this count here. We'll do about 6 or 7 roll of these, and then we'll decrease it. Okay, so we got about half done here. So about half of my head done. So I think I'll do about 4 lines of these. And then I will do the increasing. This thing stretched right here. When I first have it, I thought that it was tight. And it was tight because I did the lining at the edge here to reinforce it. That way, this will keep them tight. Okay, it does not run, it does not expand, because these have tendency to expand. So look at that, it expands, it's stretchy, spandex, just like spandex. So over time, these will get loose, you know. I mean, instead of staying here, it's gonna stay down here. So, and that's the reason I used the lining here, single crochet lining, just to reinforce it, so that way it does not stretch badly. Yeah. So, you have to be creative, you know, just like fashion designer, they add, you know, a lot of detail to it, and to make the dress look gorgeous and fit tight and tell the fit. When I went to Cambodia, I went to Thailand. Actually, I had some dress made from professional tailor in Thailand. I made some of the beautiful textile clothing, the silk sarong and silk outfit. It's expensive though, you know. I mean, hand woven silk in Asia are so expensive, especially some of those needlework from China and from Japan. Well, people spend centuries just making one dress out of needlework, you know, all those embroidery and intricate design, and take months. And that's why some of those dress for the upper class women are so expensive, and it's not to play lightly. So as you see that once I kept the pattern, okay, the exact count, you will see the pattern that it's straight line, though it's expansion, but it's still straightened toward the end here. Okay, so that's our goal, is to keep our band in the same length on both sides. Look at that. You see that it was expanded. Yeah. I'll do a few more rows, and then I will go ahead and show you how I reduce the count, because the same thing that we do for expansion, the reduction will have, we just combine the count, and I'll show you how. I think I have about 5 rows of the 14. Yes, 5 rows. It'll be pretty once I put the flowers and add the accents of the leaves, you know, a little greenish running around here, and perhaps I'll do the lining of maybe another shade of, maybe the lining with the shade of lilac, like that. You know, I mean, it'll be pretty. And then you have three accent color in one band, and it'll be pretty. And then I'll add baby green or leafy green. It'll be pretty. It'll be very, very eye-catching. You know, I owned this skill when I was in Thailand. Most of you heard that, telling story, being in a refugee camp for a long time. I started 1975. I left Thailand. I left to Thailand. We evacuated to Thailand in 1974, but we weren't put in the camp until like 1975, and we didn't left the camp until August of 1980. So at least good 5.5, 6 years in the refugee camp. So what I did is that I partaken of the homemaking class that was offered by the Thai government, because Thai government, they're good about homemaking skill. They teach young women to do food carving, to cook, to sew, to crochet, to do all kind of needlework. And because I wasn't really focusing on what's being taught, because I was worried about being hunger, so I never really learned much. But then I learned the basic technique of single crochet and the double crochet, the triple crochets, and I even also learned how to knit. Okay, so the difference between the crochet and knitting, people ask, are you crocheting? Are you knitting, Vanna? No, I'm not knitting. I'm crocheting. Knitting need 2 kind of needles. Okay, and let me show you. So these are the needle for the knitting. Okay, you will need 2 needles to crochet. Oh, sorry, 2 needles to knit. So basically, and I'll show you the basic. I know how to knit also. So this is the knitting. You need 2 needles. Okay, it's different technique. And the crochet, and yeah, they have varieties of size of. I don't know what the other needles. I move, and every time I move, I didn't unpack a lot of stuff, and I am not about to go look in the garage, you know, move things around. It's tiring. So yeah, I can do basic knitting. I have not learned all the sophisticated pattern that I learned, but I didn't remember. I used to make sweaters and all that, but not anymore. I wouldn't be able to do that because I did not write anything down. I relies on my memory, so my memory that great now, so I don't remember. So then I said, well, you know, you need a sweater, just go to Macy's, get one cheaper. Even to hire me to do that, it's gonna be expensive. That's what I'll say. I used to do that. In fact, about 10 years ago, not 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, I knit the last sweater, and it was pretty, and I gave to one of the friends. And then someone else that I that I was helping in the community. She's one sweet Vietnamese woman, and she knit me the really pretty sweaters. I don't have it anymore. I don't know what I did to it. It was off. It was red color also. It was given for Christmas, so it was beautiful. So, okay, let me show you where I'm at right now. This is the edge of it, right? So, hold on, turn around. Start from here. So basically, I need to be decreasing by now because so I'm gonna start decreasing to decrease 2, and then I have 2 double lines, and then I'll decrease 2 and double lines until I reach 9 count, and then I just crochet normal, you know. Okay. All right, so let me decrease this to 12. To do that, let me see, I need one more. Okay, to do that I would turn it over. Okay, so I will go into the first hole, which is the next hole, and hold the yarn, no pull over, and I go through the second hole, pull over. Now I have 3 yarn here, I'll pull it over. That means that I combine the 2 hole in one. Okay, so from now I'm just doing regular single crochet until we reach the end. We will reduce it there. Same thing for increasing. You increase 2, and in 2 different crochet, to decrease. Okay, so I have 2 last counting here. Okay, 1, 2. So I'm gonna go to the, make sure that I leave 2 extra. 1, pull over, and then the next one, pull over. Now pull over. So then I just combine. So you can see that it's already forming the deduction. So now I just turn around and crochet, single crochet as normal for 2 lines, and then we'll decrease some more. We crochet normal, we're not reducing until a few more lines, and we'll reduce to more. Turn over, we're just going to do the regular crocheting. We're not reducing right now. 2 more lines, then we'll reduce 2 more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So let me do 2 more rows, and then we can reduce those to as you can see, that it's already start to form skinny roll, just like we do here. Okay, it started to form here already. So I have 2 row here of the 2 reductions. So now I'm going to turn over, and we can reduce it. Okay, yarn, going through the first hole, hook, do not pull it over. We'll do the second hole, hook, and then now we pull them over, we combine it, we pull it over. Now we just do single crochet until we reach the second end. And now, so we have 2 more hole here. This is where we combine it, right? So we're going to go through the first, the second to last, pull over, hook and pull, and then go to the last hole, pull over. Now you have the combination of these 3 yarn here, and we're going to pull it through. And that's complete of our reductions on both ends. We'll turn over. Now we're just going to crochet 4 of the single rows to make one pattern here. Now we just crochet normal. You can see that it's already start to form the reduction. Okay, we need 2 more rows, and then we can reduce 2 more. Welcome. Yes, be crocheting today. I was going to cook, but then my daughter occupied the kitchen today. She makes something delicious, so I left her. I have her have the kitchen for today, and tomorrow perhaps we'll do something delicious together. But I want to change the energy, though, you know, from cooking, crocheting, maybe flower arrangement, just doing something fun, you know, nothing serious in my life. Save for fun stuff. So now that we're going to turn over and we're going to reduce 2 more. Okay. The first hole, do not pull over. The second hole, now you have 3 yarns here. So let's pull them together. You combine it. So that's how you reduce it. Now just do regular crocheting. Though purple is not my favorite color is green, but it's not a bad option. I mean, I have a friend who loves purple, and she had purple everything, the purse, the shoe, the outfit, the, you know, the jewelry to match everything. Okay, so here we go. We left these 2 here. We could combine this. So hook and pull, and go to the very end. Hook and pull. Again, you have 3 thread here, so we're gonna pull it over. So now we count. So now we're back to original count, which are the 9. Okay, so actually actually we have 1 more reduction. Not just regular reduction, I mean regular count. No, actually we at the 9 count, so we're not going to reduce anymore. Okay, this is where we're going to work on right here. So we meet the 9 count, but we have 9 here, so that's what we're going to do. We just crochet until the end with the 9 count. So this is where we at right here, right there. Okay. So now we're just gonna add the rest. I think we have what? How many count do we have? Anybody remember? Let's see, so I think we have 15. So I have 15. So it would be 30 of this single crochet here, because this one line here is combined with 2 single crochet back and forth. It won't be long because now that you got the ideas, I can go quick so that way you don't have to try to catch up, okay? You just wait until I'm done with this so you can add the linings and add the flower and add the leaves and all that. Will be beautiful. I promise you that. It's going to be one of the eye-catching bow or headbands ever. I make so many of these for a little girl. At one point, one of my friends, she has Etsy account, so she will order a whole bunch of product from me and she will sell on her Etsy. I have Etsy account too, but that's a long time ago. I didn't try to sell anything. This is when I don't know how to work the system, so I didn't do well. I just take order from people, and my job is to get all this done and sell to the first hands. No mama papa shop. Now I can open my own online shop and do all this too, but the only thing is that to do this, it takes a lot of your time, and if you have too many orders, then you have to meet the client's need and demand, and you want to do this all the time, and you're focusing on this too much, and you don't sleep, don't eat, don't get exercise, and yes, it can be an issue with the health also. That's why I stopped making order. I do this just for to give someone gift, or even just yeah, for the baby, or for Christmas, birthday, anniversary gift. Because I remember that when I concentrate too much on crocheting, then my eye was getting bad, you know, and I have a pair of spectacles that I wear when I crochet. But if I use this bright color, I'm good, but I'm not good about crocheting the dark color, because dark color can be confusing because of the color, the dark color. See, I tell you that, you know, crochet is relaxing, because to do this basic here, I don't have to count it, okay? Basically, it's so easy, so I'm good at that. So when I'm doing a really sophisticated and really difficult, intricate patterns, and I need to count this in order for the pattern to come out the same. Here is basic, so it does not require me to do a lot of counting. Okay, so I can be talking to you. But even do this complicated here, I can't be talking, and then I'm missing my count, and then it'll be issue, especially when I'm crocheting the wool, and when you're trying to retrace and pull back, and you have this hair already trapping in there. I end up pull and cut, and that was frustrating. So with here, right here, it's easy to undo. It come out right easy like this. But with the wool, no, the wool does not do that. The wool would get trapped and strap in, and when I make mistake, then I have to cut the yarn, and it's a mess. So that's why when I work on complicated pattern that need my full attention, I won't be talking, because if I'm talking, then I'm not counting it, then it didn't turn out good. So that's why when I'm doing this basic, I'm able to talk to you. But when I'm doing the really complicated pattern, I won't be talking at all. I'll be like stretching my hair, sketching my hair, because it's getting hard. But some of those patterns are gorgeous, you know. And I will, when I'm done with this, I'll show you how to do the beautiful double crocheting, and maybe if we have time, we can go into triple crocheting to give you the whole tutorial of how it's done. And if you decide to do this, you know, you just go back and review my video and how it's done. But this right here, like, this is the very basic, okay? But this is not basic here. It requires a little bit of skill to do that. But I'm gonna put it on something basic. So we're gonna put our flower right there. Boom. See that? Okay, it's gonna be right there. I want to put some lining here just to enforce this so it won't stretch too much, because it will be stretchy. I'm almost like can cover my head with this. See that? So in my head, I have about 3 fingers more back here, and then it'll be normal. So right now, if I circumference it, it'll be a small size for a little girl. Okay, this is the size of a little girl right there. Okay, but for the baby, probably about that size. You know, that's going to be it for the newborn, and for the toddler, and for a little girl. And for the adult, I probably add about that much more because we have a lot of line to work on. Remember, we have 15 of this. So right now I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have quite a few more to do. And then I'll show you how to end it, the edge it, okay? But before I do that, I wanted to add the lining of this color here. Or I can add the green, you know, I mean, the green will stand out really, really well, but I think it'll be nice and complementary with this beautiful lilac here. Okay. I'm not endorsed by any art and crafts, major art and craft, you know, I mean, just check with your local community where art and craft stores are, you know, and there are a few big carriers in town here for about 4 or 5 miles from my home, and I shop there often enough that I know when they're gonna have the special sale of the week. And I mean, not special sale, they just have sale of the week. So I was trying to go to the craft store on the day that it has sale. So sometimes they have yarn that I really want to buy, and then it's getting expensive, and you can get one and buy one and get the second one for 50% or what have you, 40% or what have you, or buy 5 get 1 free, whatever promotional price they have for you. So what I do in the bad habit is that, so I'll buy a lot and then I will have like too many in the house, and then I have to use up all the closet space, all the storage space, and then have to think of things that I need to do to get it with the yarns, you know. Right now I'm overstocked in my house also, but never mind, you know. I mean, I'm gonna do this until I run out the last spool of my yarns. It was a great pleasure to do that, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm not gonna give it up, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna donate it either, because this is my stuff and my compassion. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna turn. I might make another. This year I have not done any blanket for queen size or full size. I did that a couple years ago. No, 2 years ago. Someone ordered a queen size, and I charged them handsomely. I do the one of the heart patterns. It was beautiful, and I made heart pattern for motif heart pattern for my granddaughter, and her mom loves it. That was a lot of hours. I make it out of wool, so it was quite expensive for the baby blanket. And every time her daughter has photo taking or whatever occasion, she will have the blanket that I made for the baby. I put her initial on it, and you know, I give them the ownership of it. And once I initiate the name of the receiver, it's gonna be theirs. So they will keep as their souvenir. I did that for my first granddaughter. They're gonna be 18 now, so they still have the blanket that I make for them when I crochet some of the basic pattern for them. So they still have the blanket, believe it or not. And then years after that, they want me to crochet them the mermaid tail or the shark tails, and I did that also. So when the winter come, what they do is that they would get into the shark tail and cover themselves to keep themselves warm in front of the TV in bed. So they still have all the items that I crochet for them, you know, because it's sentimental for them, because grandma make for them, and their mom don't have time to crochet. In fact, she tried something with that huge hook, about the hook that's bigger than my thumb, I think. I don't know how that go. I think she was making a throw for her couch. So let me see, where am I at? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 4 more rows, and then we complete the band. So this band here is easy. I can make 8, 9, 10 of this band per day, you know, consecutively because it's basic. I made some intricate headband also. I don't have possession of it. I give them away. I have one left, but I don't remember where I left it at. I went to the gym. I may have lost it, or I'm not sure, but that one had a beautiful intricate design. Okay, so yeah, there are some sophisticated design for the headband also. I can do the lattice flowers or jasmine flower on it to make it look more authentic and exotic. Because but this single basic crochet here, I can go easy because it's so basic in that I got it down in my head and my hand too, you know. Sometimes I can crochet without looking at my hand, you know. It's that fun fact is that you'll be able to do that. And when I'm on the flight, I crochet this on the flight. If I fly over to East Coast, and it'll be about 5-6 hours of nonstop flight, maybe almost 5 hours nonstop, and then I will crochet while I'm on the plane. It helped relax me, you know. It took away my fears and my stress and my anxieties. I don't have anxiety, severe anxieties, but then just going to the airport, it gave me like a small a small dose of anxieties, you know, trying to think positive. Now that with the crazy thing going on, I don't want to fly anymore. My daughter don't even allow me to fly anymore because they said, Mom, not right now, okay? Maybe this Christmas I definitely have to make a run. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Shoot. Yeah, so two more will be perfect. Some women have thicker hair, so the hair is a lot bigger, and for those who have thin hair and the hair gonna be smaller, or the beanie will be smaller, so it's not the same size for women or men neither. For my sweetheart, he had pompadour, so he never be able to wear any of this until I redesign in certain way so he can wear it. So this is the last roll that I need. Excuse me. I had something spicy earlier. It was so good though. All right. So I think we now at the end of it, I would go ahead and before I do that, I wanted to add the accent color of this lavender here. So to pull out the end here, so this another end, one end is in outside, the other end is inside. If I use the out end, then I have to strip this this piece of cover here, or I can look for the inner end here. I have to put my hand in there and pull a whole bunch of yarn out to search for the end, the other end of the yarn, and it's easier because it just pulls from the inside, just like this one right here. See, it pull out from the inside here. So this is the out end, and this is the inner end, so it come out loosely. And let me locate the end of this yarn here. I may not find it, but I'll probably end up pulling a whole bunch of them out like that. Voila. There you go, the end. There we go. So have to work with this bunch here. So I'm going to leave these yarn here because I need to connect them later. I have to put them together in the back here. But what I'm going to do now is to create the siding here. So that way we'll keep this headband stick together. It doesn't stretch too much. So to do that, I will make a knot, a slip knot here. And pull. Okay, so there we go. What I do, I would go in here. I'll leave this alone because I need to conjoin it. I think I'll go ahead and do this before I lose track of it. I'm just going to go and do that end and this end here, and searching through the loops here. Okay, I think it's going to be pretty because now we have three tones of purple. So what I'll do is that I'll put I'll do the basic single crochet also. I think I need about 2 on each. Let me see. Hold on, I may not need to. So it has a little, remember each pattern that we have, it has own individual hole that we created with the pattern. So we just work on the insert through the hole here, okay, and do single crochet. It'll give you a beautiful single crochet here. This is the lining. It gives accent to our edge here. Okay. See it? We have dark purple, light purple, and then darker shade. So we have 3 dark colors of a purple or lilac color, so which is wonderful. You won't miss it though, you know, there's just continuous hole because we create the same pattern continuously. So it's going to be the same pattern, the same hole that we're going to fill up. There's a more fancier way to do this, but then I'm just showing you the basic today. So when we get a hold of the basic crochet, and then we can go do something fancy. All right, first we have to learn this basic first, which is the single crochet. We're doing single all around, okay, the single pattern here, back and forth, but here we're doing straight single crochet here. So this is on the right side, this is on the opposite side here. So the right side would be the side that faces you, okay? So my wrong side would be the side that I'm facing you. So it's a little different, okay? So it had, sometimes I turn the right side to just like this rose here, I turn on the wrong side here. So this the right side would be, here's the right side. So I'm using the right side, the wrong side, because it gives that little a beautiful texture also. This rose here is on the, here same thing, here's the right side, here's the wrong side. So I just like the extra bumpy, the little uneven look on the wrong side, and on the right side is typically very smoother, and on the left side, I mean on the wrong side, is a little, it had a little pattern, different textures. It won't be long, okay? Let me quickly go through this, and then we'll come back and create the we can join them, and then we can add the flowers. Perhaps I will do the leaf first, and not we add the color of flowers, because we can do the rose without the leaves, okay? That can happen also. But I love the fact is that the green will bring out more characters of a beanie. And with this lining here, it reinforces so that way this beanie does not stretch too much, because it can't go too far. We have this reinforcer here. The chain here will keep this tight. It started looking pretty already, you know, I mean, it started to do this outlining here. That's what I like about the lining, is that it gives the outlining of the color. It gives a beautiful accent color to it also, and add texture, add more color to it. You know, the more color, the coordinate color, the prettier the band is. Sometimes I just use the opposite color. It's fine also. You know, what are the color that you feel that you wanted to add on? Add on. Is no right or wrong way to do this thing. Absolutely. As pattern creators, you know, I'm constantly look for beautiful patterns, and sometimes when I don't do my own pattern, I would learn from another woman in another country where they share their beautiful, intricate patterns where the language is not spoken. But I will learn, I'll look over and over again and learn the concept and ideas and how many count they use it, and the technique of it, and then I can simplify it. Maybe that's what I should do, is that to simplify it in English. I know some of the beautiful patterns are Russian speaking. The lady be using, you know, speaking Russian, and here I am picking my brain out because I wish that is in English. But I can do that also. I will learn the concept and then have it translate. But I have to look for the pattern that I want to learn. And perhaps we'll do scarf or band together. You know, first I have to go learn it and understand the concept so we can share. Okay. So here I have the end here. It's that. Then I can go around this and finish on this side also. I can cross it over. There's no issue here. Okay, because this is going to be in the back anyway. So I do the single crochet like I normally do. So there's 9 of them here. So let me see if I got all of them together. Okay. Let me do the lining on this side because it's going to be on both sides, both ends. So with this little here, I just cover it like that. Just hide the ending yarn here by pulling it into. So now it's hidden. It's hidden. So that end is hidden. I hide it in here. Or you can cut it off, but you can hide it also by just crochet over it. Now that little piece hang over, it's gone now. It's in here. I can pull it out, but the idea of hiding it. So here we go. See it? I just crochet it over. See? So as experienced crochet maker, you know, you learn how to deal with certain end, the divisions or the addition, or even hide the end of the yarn without trimming or cutting it off. You know, let me charge the iPad. Give me a second, please. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. How are we all doing? Doing good? You learn anything yet? Confusing? You know, when I first learned this, it's so confusing. Mama, I was just teenager when I was learning to do all this. You know, being teenagers and have to worry about where's the next meal's coming. Learning this thing was not in the agenda. So what happened was that when I learned to make all these, I was, let's see, in 1980, I was 17. 1974, I was only 11, I think. And who can learn this? Not I. So what happened is that instead of me going to art and craft class, and I would sneak out the refugee camp, because by this time I already mastered the Thai language. I became fluent. I went to the grammar school, and I learned the Bangkok, Thailand. So I speak eloquently in Bangkok accent, you know, because Bangkok accent is a little bit different than the vernacular accent, which are the Korat accent or Chiang Mai accent, Chiang Rai, or even Sarin. So they all have their own accent. So I mastered the Bangkok accents, are the majority of the people who live in Bangkok and speak in the tonation of the new Siam language, the Thai language. So the original language was in Sukhothai, I think was Korat, where the accent is a little bit, it's a little bit different than the Bangkok accent, you know. So with the confidence that I have, I speaking meticulous Thai accent in Bangkok accent, so I can now sneak out of camp, and I'm able to dialogue when I'm out in the mainstream society, the market, or wherever I need to be. So I will use my Bangkok accent, where people don't know that you are not you are from Bangkok, you know. But so I would sneak out the camp and went to buy fruit and vegetable and resale and make a little money, and with that I'll be able to earn extra money so I can buy food. The Thai people come in to sell food in the refugee camp too. You know, they allow merchants to come in and sell food and products and oil, cooking oil, lighting oil, and all extra commodities. But then we don't have money because we don't work. And some of the people who brought gold and silver with them, they'll be able to exchange it and exchange for cash or exchange for food. But mom had some gold too, but then I got sick so many times, and mom have to sell the gold and to hire the doctor to come in and to take care of me. So I took a lot of it take mom a lot of gold, because to get the private care, it costs a lot of money. Also, there's a little clinic inside the camp too, but then the best medical care was not the best, so mom decided that to hire private doctor to to come in and give it the treatment. Okay, let me do the conjoin. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this yarn here, and we end it here. We're gonna tie it here. So with the end, we'll conjoin them together in the right side, wrong side, because I need to hide the right side. So I'm gonna flip the right side in and work from the wrong side. So it'll give me that hidden here. So I sneak outside the cam and bought what I need to do. Well, mom had sold some gold, so I can have extra money to go buy stuff to resell, and with the money that I make from resale, we buy food with it. So what I did was that I to conjoin this band here, just went in to the back here, the first stitch, and then pull it, and then just go through the second count, the second stitch, do the single crochet. So now you have to work double though, you know, the first line, the first piece, second piece, combine them together here. So it's like you're sewing them together here. So I learned to trade when I was very young. So with me, got friendly with the sentry, the guard, the sergeant, because Thai government reinforced with the Thai police. We call it PM. So they're the one that looking over the camp. If anybody escaped the camp, you know, they can kill you also. But being little and pathetic looking as I am, so I'm gonna hide this end also. So the Thai government, the Thai soldiers, or the Thai police took compassion on me, because I'm around so long. You know, I've been there almost 6 years, so I know all the police in the sentry. You know, there's the front entrance with the rail, the guard and the rails, the sentries. So I know those people like to smoke and drink. So being small and was not attractive at all. You know, I was emaciated with lack of nutrition. So I didn't look anything like I do now. You know, I mean, it was pretty ugly refugee. So, you know, I was small and unattractive. so no man even take notice of me. Okay, they want to look at some of those beautiful Cambodian, you know, they full figure and all the shitty stuff. Sorry. So there we go. I'm reached the end, so I'm gonna pull it over and I'm gonna conjoin, tie this together. That's the end of our band here. Okay, we completed. So when I come back, they know that I sneak out of refugee camp, so there's repercussion for that. You either get punishment, they box you, they kill you, they'll throw you in the dungeon until, you know, or shave off your head and shame you, and they abuse you because you had violated the camp rules by sneaking out, because you are not allowed to sneak out of the camp. In the refugee camp, you know, you're supposed to be in the camp. You are not allowed to go anywhere unless you have a pass. Okay, so it's not easy to get the pass. You don't have money to pay for. And the thing is that they don't want you to leave the camp, because people escape the camps and they go find job and they don't come back, you know. But I want to come back because my mom and dad is in the camp. Where I'm going to go, you know. So I came back. I know those men like to smoke and drink. So being a little kid in Thailand, you can buy Mekong liquor. No one asks for anything over there. There's no age limit to drinking and buying cigarette, buying alcohol, you know. So I know that if I bring them a little incentive, you know, they will let me back in the camp without beating the heck out of me. So I have seen them beat the heck out of people. They kick them until they pass. I mean, they passed out. You know, that's how terrible it was. And they have a little cell house where they will put them in there and beat them and put them there and starving them. And no one enforced the rule because refugee who looking over refugees, save for the Thai police, and just a lot of abuse, a lot of mistreating, but you know. And that's why people scared to go anywhere. But for me, I'm not scared because I speak Thai pretty good. Remember now, I'm a Thai descent. I um I was forced into it because I was born in Cambodia. They didn't accept me in Thailand. They treat me pretty bad. So that's the reason my dad brought me to America because of that. So sometime when I left the camp and the Thai people caught me outside, know that I from the camp, and you know, they let the dog out and the dog be chasing me, and I'm like, I remember a little bit of that story, you know. I mean, some of this awful story that Thai people did to me. Yeah, a lot of horrible story. And because I left the camp to do certain thing, you know. I mean, yeah, I have to survive. So here we go. We complete the band. Okay. So is that beautiful? It's a little accent, so you can go over and I'm going to add the flower here, like that. Okay. So let's see it's not messing up my hair. Yeah. Here you go. I put my hair up today because it's so hot. For me, I have long hair. When I used to have long hair, I always have it like a chagnon, you know, put it up because it's so hot. And when I put it up like this, I feel like 5 degrees cooler down here. When I have my hair down, I'm sweating here. I don't know, maybe I don't know, I can't tell you, but anyway, so the band is done. Now we're gonna put this baby here. Okay, I should have put a little accent on the rose, you know, maybe that's a lot of work. But anyway, so to do that, let me put some leaves on first. Okay, let's make some leaves together. Let me show you how to make the leaves. To make the leaves, I'm gonna use 2 tones of yarns. I need to buy more green colors because it's gonna be wonderful of dark green and off green. So this is the color I use here. See that? Okay. And I need to get more green color. I love green, so I should get plenty of green shades. So here's another dark green color. It's not dark, but it's off green. Okay. It's not the green that I have seen, like a dark green. Okay. I ran out of dark green. This is the green that I'm talking about here, the dark green. See the different texture, the different tones of it. Okay, so I ran out of this dark green. I have to go get this dark green. I love this dark green here. So this I only have one color of green, one color shade of green here, but I have 3 leaves I have 3 leaves on this rose. Okay. So I want a 3D effect, so I leave this hanging. So when I put it on, this look like it's flying, so it had that beautiful effect. So the other day I was already make half of the leaves here. Okay, let me complete this leaf here, so that way it's speeding for us. I'm gonna use the same yarn size, which I love it. So let me finish this leaf, and then I can show you how to start from beginning. Okay, so I'm going to do double crochet here. No, half crochet first, half double crochet, and the full double crochet. The double crochet is hook, grab, hook on to the chain there, pull once, pull twice, same thing. Pull once, pull twice. So now I have this middle leaves here. It expand in the middle here. So I started with single crochet here, couple single crochet, and I do double half crochet, and then the full double crochet, and now I'm going to do 2 half double crochet. I'll show you the half double crochet. It's going to be a little strange right now. I know you're going to get familiar with it once you start crocheting or see more of this is how it's done regularly, and then you get the ideas. For me, it takes a long time for me to get the ideas also, especially when I'm not interested in doing it. Now I look back, so the double, I mean the half double is to do the same technique, is to hook the yarn and then pull through, and then instead of doing the double, you do single. You just pull everything, wrap everything together. Let me do one more. Hook, grab, and pull. Okay, so that's a full crochet here, the full double, half double. Now I'm going to do single crochet because we narrowed down at the edge of the leaves, so we want to make it look like the actual leaf, where the end of the leaves a little bit small. And then I'll do the slip crochet, which is half of the single crochet, just slip knot. So slip knot, it just pull through. So now it had an ideas of leaves right here. So as you see that what do you call it, the rose leaves is different. So this right here, I can use that also, but it does not have the shape of the rose leaves. So I'm gonna undo this. So I'll start over. Okay, so here are the chain that I have. Let me count for you. There you go. See how easy it is. So let's start with the slip knot. So we're going to do about 18 chains. 1, 2. I think I'm going to do a smaller needle because I want tight leaves. We'll go with the smaller size here. Let me put this back before I'm misplace this, and then I'll be looking for it. Okay, so let me charge my phone also before it die, because once it die, then I can't post it. Okay. All right, it's charging right now on both devices. Okay. Let's go back to all crochet. I have the slip knot. I have 2 chains, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I have 18 of single crochet. Okay, so now that I'm going to make the leaves, so the rose leaves look, you'll see. It's hard to explain, but I'm going to do a slip knot on the first chain. The slip knot is this right here. Slip and pull. because at the tip of the rose it's gonna be like that little tip. So I'll do 2 of the slip knot. Now I'm gonna do the single crochet, which is what we've been doing all this time. Okay, single crochet. So I'll do 3 of that, and then I'll do the double, half of a double crochet, which is hook, pull, and then slip. So as you see that it's increased in the length right there. Okay, so I have pull, slip knot, I have single crochet, and then I have the half crochet. Okay, the rest of the leaves I'll do double crochet. The double crochet is this technique here. Okay, and because how the rose leaves going, that little shave, you know, so I'm going to do a triple crochet. I'll put a few triple crochet. A triple crochet is to do 1 wrapping, 2 wrapping, and then go in there and do that. 1 slip, 2 slip, and 3 slips. So it gives that a long extended crochet. 1, 2, you see it? So this is half of the leaves here. Okay, so we got that. We need 1 more triple crochet. The triple crochet is to wrap the hook twice. So the double would be 1 time wrapping. The triple you do twice. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3 crochet. So now I have my the tip of the rose leaves here. Okay, and then I have the middle of the rose here, the leaves. Now I'm going to do double crochet, maybe put 2 double crochet to narrow it down. Okay, to reduce the length of the leaves, to make it look like it's the effects of the leaves. So, and then I'll do the double crochet, the half double crochet. I'll do 1 of that, and I'll do single crochet, and I'll do slip knot, which is this here. 1, 2, and then I'll move over on this side. So now we have half of the leaves here. Okay, so when we create that, I can add a little dent to make it look real. So on the other side, I just leave my needle intact here, and I just gonna move it over on this side here. Don't worry about this edge here, we'll hide later, and work on the chain that any part of the chain here, and we do a slip knot. Slip knot, which is here. So we can do 1 slip knot, and we can do single crochet, 1 more single crochet, and we can do something tricky. Now we're going to do double crochet, half double crochet. Okay, and we can do double crochet, we can do couple double crochet, and now we got to increase this because we want to have a big leaves of so we're going to do the triple crochet. 1, we'll wrap through 2 times, hook and pull, pull once, pull twice, pull 3 times. So maybe this time we're just gonna do 2 double crochet, triple crochet, just to give a little, like a little, that little zigzag of look. So I'm gonna do, to bring down, I'm gonna do 1 double crochet, and then I'll do the half double crochet, just to give the little shape of the leaves coming. Hold on. There you go. So the leaf is forming. Yeah. Okay. So now I can do a little chickens. I can do single crochet. I can do pull the slip knot. I can do the slip knot here to give that little cavity look. I'm just doing slip knot because I wanted that little cavity look. So now we add the edge. So you see that little cavity right there? Look like real leaves. Because roses leaf, it does have that little funny shape, you know, that unique shape. So it does not look even. So this is small leaves. Okay, we can create a bigger leaf, a smaller leaf if you like. So this is the side that we need. We're just gonna go. We're gonna lay it over here, on here, before we add our flowers. It's gonna be something magical like that. See, you see how pretty that be once it's done. You know, because you have accents of purple and off purple and lilac colors, and that combinations of the queen king look, and then we add 2 shades of leaves here. Okay, so we can probably add 4 leaves in here. That would be beautiful. Trust me, it'll be gorgeous. Okay, so now I need to do 1 more slip knot to add this accent look here. Okay, so I'm not done yet. Now I'm going to do this little line here. Remember, the leaf had its own fiber here. What do you call it? The little what you call those things? I don't have a name for it. Okay, so this is where it, you know, in the middle of the leaf, it keep the leaves on both sides. You know, all leaves have them. What you call those things? Leaf holder, leaf trunk. You know what I'm talking about. Well, let me create it for you so you know what I'm talking about. So this is the the opposite of the right side. This is the right side, smoother, and this the sides on that is not as smooth. Yeah. Smooth, not too smooth. Okay, let me put that little line in the middle leaf for you so you know what I'm talking about. So in order to do that, I would have to sorry, because I was outside barbecue my meat yesterday, so a little bit of smoke. It's working on my system right now. Okay. So to make a little line here, I would start with finding the closest of an opening here. Okay, so I'm actually, so now because we crochet this, so there's always going to be a hole between here. Okay, so make sure that you got the center hole of it, which is this hole here. Okay, so we're gonna work, we're gonna work backward. So here we go, and let me show you how it looked like in a moment. If it define these leaves here, it's going to be gorgeous. Okay, hold on a couple more, then you'll see what I'm talking about. So the idea is to go in one of this hole here in the middle. Okay, hook and pull, slip knot, slip knot. Oops. And then it gives you this nice pattern here in the center of the leaves. See, that's what hold the leaf together, is the center of the leaf here. It gives the strength. If you don't believe me, let me bring some of the leaves to you. Oh boy. Oh, let's do this little one right here. So basically, every leaf had this center here, okay, the center line here, hold the side of the leaf together. So it would be, you see that? Right there. Okay. So that's what I'm creating right now, that center of the leaves. Cleverly, you know, I mean, shoot, my needles. Sometimes I'm being funny. I lost it all the time. Okay, so I'm just creating the center of the leaves. So I'm working a double now. Okay, one the string is on this side, so I have to insert the needle to grab it and pull it through. Slip knot, a slip knot. Okay, slip knot. It's not a single crochet, slip knot. And will give that beautiful center of the leaves look. And it look awesome. It's beautiful. It's sophisticated. And let me show you in a minute when I'm done. Don't worry about the hangover. I leave it like that. It's fine. It's gonna be hiding once we put this together. We can hide it. So anyway, I was saying that so upon my returning to the camp, so I have to buy liquor or cigarette to give to the sentry guys, and he loves it, you know. So he said, "Nu maจากไหนครับ?" He said, "Nu" is the word that refers to a little girl, you know, like darling or sweetheart or what have you. Nu, Nu itself means rat. You know, I mean, but to be called Nu in by a grown man mean that referring to a young lady. So here we go. We have, oh, let me finish telling. So I hand him the pack of cigarette, or you know, a bottle of Mekong. Mekong is like a hard liquor, like Jack Daniels, you know, kind of liquor. So he's happy. So you know, every time when I sneak out of the camp, he would like, okay. He would say, you didi na, mean that be safe, okay. By didi na mean travel safe. Okay. So he's happy every time I sneak out of camp. He will let me pass, you know, I mean, he's the one that oversees the camp, so who leave and in and out, he'll know. He never questioned me, so because I was, you know, not attractive girl, so he doesn't pay attention to me as long as I bring something to shut him up with. So you know, so back in the day, I can buy hot liquor with no one asked for ID, nothing. So it was like, so that's how I get around in the camp. You know, I gotten to know the sentry. Some of them are sergeant. They've been there a long time. The old sergeant, he liked to drink. You know, sergeant liked to drink on duty as well. So no one there to look to like boss them. So the boss is the one that's corrupt. So we have to work with the corrupt boss. So you know, I mean I love them actually. You know, they never done wrong to me. They allow me to go out and work and earn extra money. In fact, there's time that where I left the camp for about a year to work outside the camp. You know, I went to work for my teacher. I was in Thai school, and when the Thai school closed, we no longer allowed to go to school with the Thai kids. So we left school, but I got a good relationship with my teacher. So when my teacher took me to sheltered me for about a year, maybe a little more than a year, where she had a restaurant, and she had me help with the cooking, the cleaning, and all that. And so now I'm gonna create whole bunch of chain here. I'm gonna create the stem of the leaves here, and then I'll start another leaf here. Okay, maybe a bigger leaf. So I got to work with my teacher for many years, and I mean for about a year, working as a kitchen helper. So that also I learned to cook there too, because there's professional cook chef that make food for the restaurant, and here I am, help with the chopping, and sometimes when he's not there, I have to cook. So there's a few times this is where the kids are missing, and a lot of parents who are looking for the kids. So sometimes they be asking, hey, you see any kid, and give descriptions. No, so this is a time where the kids are missing from home and kidnapped for organ and stuff like that. So one day, this handsome man, oh, he was so handsome. He was tall, fair, like masculine, he was good fit. He got a little curly hair going, wavy hair, and he walked into the restaurant and like, and I'm like, I was in love, I was only, how old was I at the time? Maybe 15. I was ugly, I was skinny. If you see my refugee picture, I'm like, I'm a dead woman, so I have to show it to you guys. In fact, I don't even know where that picture is now. So anyway, so I think I have it somewhere. Let me see where I hang it at. Shoot. But I have to bring the refugee mugshot for you. Anyway, so this handsome guy walked in the restaurant, but he was he was caught my teacher's sister. She was a fine woman. She's beautiful, thick black hair, and she was a beautiful, she got all that men dream of. So I don't know how he came in there and gotten to fall in love with the young lady there. In fact, no, he came in to get drink. I think he stayed in a nearby hotel. So later on, so when the sweet young lady is not there, and my teacher, who's the boss of mine at the time, I said, Vanna, can you go make this spicy raw meat? It's called เสือร้องไห้ lap เสือร้องไห้, meaning that it's a raw dish with a lot of mince, a lot of peppers, and it was good. I mean, it's with all these peppers and the lemongrass in combined, I mean, if I make that for you, you will want to try it too. It's like, but you have to like, he like his rare. So slide the beef very thin, fine beef, very thin, and squeeze the blood out, and then with that I add the lemongrass, the spice, the lemon, the fish sauce, and a few other things, so it make it look like a, and then me, I like to decorate the dish, so I came in like a nice plate of เสือร้องไห้ lap เสือร้องไห้ it's called lap เสือร้องไห้ meaning that it's rare plate of beef. So it was so super spicy. He loved his spicy, so he tell me that how many peppers to put on there. Me, I like chopping, all that. I learned this cooking skill now. All that chopping is going and all that. I'm there with the chef every day for about a year. Me, I learned a lot. I'm observe everything. Everything. Now I'm at my teenager age. I started to pay more attention to a few details. So then I bring this beautiful dish that I made for him as he ordered, and I've been taught to do that, and I place it down on the table, and he want mee kong. Mee kong is a hard liquor in it just like Jack Daniels, same rice hot rice wine. So he ordered his mee kong, mekong rice wine with a plate full of หลาบเสือร้องไห้ which is the raw meat. It's not raw though, once you combine all the ingredients, it's become medium raw. It's not bleeding raw, because it's faded because the lemongrass, the lemon juice, and the other ingredients kind of put that thing into like a beautiful perspective. So I brought this beautiful dish over and placed right in front of him, and he gazed at me. I'm scared, he gazed at me, but I was in love too. So I'm like, he said, หนูเป็นใคร? He said, who are you? So I'm like, so I tell him my name. I said, And he want to know a little bit why I'm working over there and be such a young age. So I can't lie. So I tell him that he gonna find out anyway. So so I tell him that I'm from the refugee camp. So he said, เธอเป็นคนเขมรหรือคนลาว He asked, am I Cambodian or Laos? I said, คนเขมร which is the Cambodian. So he said, how come you speak perfect Bangkok? Because before I didn't know that you even Cambodian because you speak such an eloquent Thai. So here we go. We have the stem of the leaves, and then I'm going to cut this much for the next leaf. So we will lay over. We have 2 leaves altogether. Anyway, the story is that he slip knot. So the story is that so I tell him a little bit about my experience in Cambodia and escape genocide, and then I come to find out that he was the immigration officer. So when I told him the story, I didn't know who he was until he looked at me once he learned my story, and he said that, เธอรู้ฉันเป็นใครไหม He said he want to know, do you know who I am? I said ไม่หรอกค่ะคุณเป็นใคร I said no, not also. Who are you? He said, so he told me he was immigration officer. I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble. I'm a refugee. I just escaped camp to go work in one of the it's about what 4-hour, maybe 2-hour drive away from the refugee camp. So he looking at me. He said that he said ฉันจะส่งเธอกลับบ้าน He said that he gonna deport me. I'm like, so I look at him like, I'm started crying because I was telling him story about how my family were killed and persecuted, beheaded, shot to death, and all that. So I said, so I started crying, and then so he said, ไม่เป็นไร I said, it's okay, stop crying. And he said, เธอจะไปอยู่กับฉันไหม He asked me, would you like to go live with me? I stood up and said, no, sir. I said, why? He said, no, I can't go live with you. I have my family in the camp. So if you go live with me, you can have a good life. So I was thinking about how the children are missing from the area, so I don't trust the man. He's a immigration officer. I'm a refugee, sneak out from the refugee to go work, and he can either put me in jail and send me back to Cambodia to die, because at that time the Khmer rule is still going. So when he invite me, would you like to go live with me in Bangkok? He's from Bangkok. So I said, no, sir. I cannot leave my family. He said, well, if you go live with me, your family will be taken care of. And I said, I appreciate it. So now we start the dialogue. I sit down, and they invite me to sit down in front of him, and we just talk. Then and something he said that is more inviting, that allow me to feel more comfortable, more safe around him. So he keep coming almost daily. Sometimes he order a plate of food. If he's not drinking, then he be eating. So he smoke and drink, but and then so he was coming every day, and I gotten to know him, and he gotten to be comfortable around me. I got to be comfortable around him, and he so he doesn't mean harm to me, and so I had no more fears. But as immigration officer, he can put me back in the camp. He can take me to put in jail, or even deport me back to Cambodia. He can do any of that, but he didn't. But he comes, even the fair lady that he was courtship with, when she's not there, he would say, Vana, go make me the usual, meaning that he want that the raw dish of the meat with spices. He said, make sure it's spicy, very spicy. He said, yes sir, yes sir. When he come, I've been like, I love the man, so I'm in love with the man. So that beautiful, he was a tall, fine man. He was in his 30. That's what he told me. He was so I every time he come, my heart pounding. Like I would do everything to make a man happy. So when he invited me to go to Bangkok to live with him, that was kind of tempting for me. But then, I didn't trust him whole lot. That way I'm gonna leave my family to go live with him. I was afraid for the that would be human trafficking, that he'll sell me to the prostitution house and all that. So all that thing going around my head, because I'm educated in Thailand. I was in school, so I learned a little bit of this, and I read news, and I watch TV and all the terrible stuff they do to young women that were brought to Bangkok and are sold into prostitution house and what have you. And I have those fears, So, but I didn't tell him that, I don't want him to. I didn't want to break the relationship with a man who can put me and take me home. I mean, who can deport me any moment. So I have to be nice to him. I always like act like I'm happy to see him. I I was happy seeing him because he was a fine looking dude. so so then he was fine too, and then we got to know each other a little bit. He would come over, and the first thing he would order that I'll make him, sometime I'll cook some Thai dishes that he like. He'll tell me, make me some stir fries or hot soup or spicy soup and what have you. So by now I'm already learned a few of the Thai culinary that I can crack more than just an eggs, right? So he enjoys that. He'll come almost every day, and then and a month later he didn't come back. I don't know whether he had that they transfer him or not. He didn't tell me. All he was just missing one day, and I never getting to say goodbye to him, and he was just gone. And I didn't get to meet the person who's in place of him, because in Thailand they will assign certain person to work in certain region, especially that region is closer to Khmer border, the Cambodian border. So they were assigned to that region, which is close to the Cambodian border, because the refugee camp is pretty close to the Cambodian border. So then he never come back and feel well, nothing. He was just gone. So then every day I would look over and see if he be coming over, and he never came. And then I asked the fair lady, and said, hey, such and such, and I have not seen him back. So I think she told me that he transferred because he talked more to her, because he was court her. He court her, so he liked the fair lady, co-owner of the restaurant. But I don't think the fair lady into him, because I don't know, maybe she didn't like the fact that he was smoke and drink and all that, and some Thai lady, they prefer men that not drinking or smoking, I mean, it just they want someone who non-smoke and non-drinker. So that was that, and I was working for about a year, and then my dad wanted me back into the camp, because we have to be interviewed by the embassy worker who taking the case and interview us, to those who apply for asylum in another country. So first my dad put an asylum for France, and when they find out that dad has a communicable disease, he was struck with tuberculosis, and so France, and my dad was receiving treatment for, and the whole family received treatment for, because we exposed to TB, because dad had caught and he was active, but the children weren't active. But then they do the chest x-ray and give us immunizations and medication and do the quarantine and the whole bit. But then France said, no, we don't want anyone with communicable disease in their country, so they deny all asylums. So then my dad had to do a new asylum in a different country. So then we got accepted in America. So that's why I came to America. Okay. And to this day, I still remember the gentleman. So that's my second leaf. and his fine feature, you know, that tender look and the tenderness, and that he could have caught me and sent me back to the camps, or I could have gotten sent back to the war zone in Cambodia and deported me. But whatever happened to him, whether he got transferred to another region, that I don't know. But the memory of meeting the man was always going to remain in me, you know, because it's such fine people. So that's one example of great Thai people. There are Thai people that are not friendly, you know. So not only that, I sneak out to find job and to go buy fruit and vegetable to make sale, but I also sneak out to the wilderness to gather fruits and wild fruits and bamboo shoots and wild mushrooms. You know, in Thailand, wild mushroom, wild vegetable grow everywhere, just like in Cambodia. It was just plentiful. The matter of sneaking out the camp and go deep into the wood and gather those. And my camp friends usually we get along well with the sentries, and we got along well with the sergeant there, you know, the old sergeant. He liked to drink, he liked to smoke. So, you know, we learned to bribe early. A survival skill. When you live in the bribery country, you gotta know how to bribe the right time. If you don't, you know, you're not gonna survive for real. So here we go. I have 2 leaves, and I think I'll do one more double leaves, or maybe 2 leaves is good for you. What do you think? 2 leaves fine, or you want me to add? What do you think? Do 2 more leaves? Would that be too busy? The 2 leaves is not bad. Okay, I mean, that's why it looked charming. Okay, so there we go. I think 2 leaves is not bad, you know. I mean, it gives that nice character. But if I add 2 more leaves, it might be too busy, but it gives a different accent to it, which is this baby color here. But because we've been here a long time, I'm gonna go ahead and settle for just 2 leaves. Okay, will be like that. Okay, so living in Thailand was not easy. So I do gather fruit and wild fruit and vegetables, and a lot of vegetables that grow in the wild that are edible, like the mushrooms. Plenty of mushroom. I'm talking about the little. It's not the button mushroom here. It's like a round mushroom. You know, it's crunchy and this beautiful texture inside, and it's called headband. It's just like a little ball. And then there was yellow mushroom, there was charcoal mushroom, all kind of mushroom that grow in the wild, that edible. Okay, so I've been taught by my grandparents, because Cambodia we do the same way. We go hunt for, we go gather the mushrooms beside, because we get fruit for free. We don't have to go to the market. If you know how to collect all this fruit from the wilderness, it grow because the mushroom grow because they're fungal family. Because Cambodia and Thailand allows a monsoon weather, so the earth's always moisture and always plenty of rains, always fungal, always mushroom growing. There's edible mushroom are free. You know, no one has to sell it, but if I collect enough, I'll take to the local market in the camp and I sell them, you know, along with other vegetables. And I make good money to buy extra rice to feed my family. So it was nice to do that, you know. I mean, yeah, and it is a lot of work in Thailand, you know, to survive the killing field, survive the minefield, to survive refugee camp. It was nasty, refugee camp, you know. I mean, they overhouse the refugees, and there's not enough lavatory. We don't have toiletries, so we have to go out into the wood to do a toilet, you know. There's no outhouse either, so we just go squat behind the bush. So I understand the concept of go do your business behind the bush. Exactly. We went to do it behind the bush. So yeah. So where it came from, it wasn't even pretty. So that's why when people started treating me badly, I said, oh, oh, no, do not treat me like that. It's no, no. I don't accept that. So let me find my crochet needles. I know I have a few, but the last time I used it, I have to go hunt for it. Give me a second, please. So one time I went to the into the wood with a few other children. So they let the children out of camp, but they don't let the grown man out of camp. They know that grown men will escape or they'll be doing crazy stuff. But the children, they trust. Ooh, where's my crochet needle? I mean, sew needle. And one occasion, while we were out foraging, collecting edible veggies and mushrooms, we have encountered a group of Thai men with dogs. And they know that we're refugee kids, so one occasion where he let his dog chasing us, they were laughing, they were making fun of us. In fact, they were up to no good, you know, probably hitmen. So we were so scared, and we start running so hard. I dropped all the vegetable, all the mushroom that I collect for that day. I came close to the camera, you know, run for my life because the dog was chasing me and they were laughing also, you know. I mean, that was one bad experience, that how Thai people can be ruthless, can be mean, can be, yet there's some that are so generous, so loving, so make it balance. Okay, that experience with the dog chasing me was not funny at all. Oh, here we go, my needle. I found it. So these are my my connector for this title project. Okay, because we're going to be using this yarn here, and the eye needle was a little bit bigger than a regular needle, so it was good. So let me put it out here so I won't lose it. So the dog was chasing, you know, I'm running for my life. Everybody start running, and I think I lost a few of my food foraging companions. I was so bad, you know. I mean, I was so upset also. It's not even humanity. It was so inhumanity. I was so upset with those Thai people, you know. So at the time where I swear that I never have anything to do with those people. Now, mind me now, all my family are from Thailand. My grandparents, my parents, my great-grandparents, the whole chickaboo, they were migrant from Thailand. They happened to migrate to Cambodia in the probably late or early 1700 or late 1700, no, early 1700, late 1800s. Did I say it right? Early 1800, during the French colony. Thailand's only country is not colonized by the French. Cambodian, Cambodian, Vietnam, Laos, I don't know where else, but then French colonized for about 100 years. And so I remember some of the bad experience dealing with Thai people, you know. I also deal with some kind, loving, humanitarian people also. And then I have to remember that my grandparents, my family are from Thailand, so I'm Thai also. I can't be mad at them, but I was mad because the way I'm being treated, so inhumanity, you know. So they did the same thing too when we used to walk to Thai school. They let the dog out and chasing us. We'd be running to school, and we were on uniform. Sometimes we don't have shoe on. We can't afford shoes, so we walk with barefoot to school on the asphalt road. So yeah. So you know that we all have our own experience, right? Oh, here's another band that I created. Okay, this one right here I can wear to the gym. Oh, how about that? This is a full band here, so I can add white color roses. I think that'll do. You know. So I made a lot of this, but I don't know, I misplaced them, you know, because I make a whole bunch of this, so all I need to do is just add flower to it. But me, I got too many things that I put it up and I don't remember where they are. So unfortunately, I'll find it when I'm not looking. So I'm trying to look for this yarn color. I don't think I can find it. I'm going to use this color anyway to sew them together. So yeah, my memory with that handsome immigration officer was like dreamy, like he's such a fine man, you know. I mean, yeah. I don't even remember his name now. If I remember his name, I would search him on Facebook and all. But just give the man thanks for his loving kindness. I'm sure that they deported a whole bunch of refugees and beat the hell out of them and jailed them, but because I always have my way with Thai people, so oh shoot, I cut it too short. I have to sew this together. Let me lay my flower first, and then I can lay my leaves. So let me see. I'm gonna bring it down. So perhaps I will put my leaves somewhere in between there. Okay, first of all, let me lay the flower first. I have my threads. It's easy because look how large the iron needles is. I don't need glasses for. They have a little tiny needle out of there. I'm like, help me, please. Okay, I can't see. I have glasses. I have two pair. I have two pair of quite expensive glasses, but I didn't wear them. This pair here is about $700. Okay, it had transitional lens, no bifocals, and this is one of those expensive pair. Okay, and yeah, I look good in it, but you know, I wanted to be free of wearing glasses, so that's why I didn't wear it. So I have to get used to this lens because I have not wear it for the past what 5-6 years. I might need a new pair, but I resoluted that I won't be wearing glasses until. And I have another pair also quite expensive, same different model. This one is very light. It's called feather light, so it's beautiful. This is about $700 pair also. I used to wear hearing aids, so I want the thin the thin arms, thin legs, thin whatever it was. So I used to wear that not visible, that hearing aid, because I lost my hearing on the right side, so I experienced like ringing, the tinnitus, you know, the ringing in the ear. So that's what I have with me, you know, I have the ring in the ear. So this pair right here will allow me to wear hearing aid, that the expensive hearing aid that, like, you know, it's going to the ears, and then this little piece go to the back. So this piece right here, I love the see-through, you know, it does look cool on me, and it's transition lens. If I go outside, it transitions into somewhere. It's pretty neat, you know. I mean, all that features, so it's quite expensive, because this brand right here is expensive. It sells about $400 per pair, and all the extra feature, it add up to about $700 pair. So I have two. So right now I'm doing this without wearing glasses, so I wanted to train my eyes without wearing the spectacles. You know, but there's certain things that I do that I need just to like reading, because I haven't done a lot of reading, so I'm good with this crochet here. You know that I crochet without the pair of glasses, so I still see good. So I'm gonna place a flower right in the center here. I'm gonna go ahead and attach this flower already. So on both sides, I'm gonna place these flower in the middle. Perhaps I'll, oh, that's right. No worry. I'm just gonna attach it from here. So that was camp experience, and then when I'm not running around looking for food, and I'll be attending art and craft school. That was the last thing that I'm worried about, is art and class school. Now when I look back, I said, I should have stayed in art and class school and learned all that I could, but no, I did not. I was more concerned about feeding my family, you know, because my brother he worked at the center for, so there's a center where all the world relief worker came, people from different part of the world come in to volunteer at the refugee camp. So there's people from France, from England, from China, from America. So any part of the world that volunteered to serve in the camp. So they come and serve in the camp. So there's a center where they mix powdered milk and deliver it to the people daily in the morning, because I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't drink milk from the start. So my brother worked at a center. At the same time, he was able to stay connected with all the American folk and all the people who came as a volunteer. So he was connected with a few other gentlemen from France, from England, and America. So there was one gentleman, his name is Robert, Robert, but he's from France. He's a fine, bushy mustache, and he came, and again, I was in love because he was such a fine French man. You know, I don't know why I'm so in love with who, you know. Anyway, so Robert would come into the village once in occasion. I'm not sure what position he held, but he'll come to make sure that the workers work. You know, he sometimes he'll take photos. And one time, I was busy at my little cottage, and here came Robert. You know, I saw him coming before. He was smile. You know, he probably would say good morning. I didn't speak French, so I don't know what the hell he was talking to. So, you know, he'll smile at him, we'll wave. You know, sometimes a whole bunch of children run after him. You know, he's just like Christ. You know, where we go, the little kid will run after him. Anyway, so one day, Robert came to my area, and he was smiling, and he took snapshot of me sitting on my bamboo cottage. We built our own bamboo cottage because it's so overcrowded. The little building that they built to shelter the refugees are all taken. So whoever came last don't have the shelter. We have to build our own shelter. So Robert's coming, you know, snapshot, and I'm like, I'm dead. Look at me. I'm like, my hair, I didn't have nice clothes on, you know, it was like the poorest looking, you know, in the refugee camp was nothing. So I'm like, and again, Robert, or Robert, they call it Robert, they go by French. Robert was probably one of the relief workers. So he, again, you know, I mean, I never seen him again. He would just disappear like anybody else. They comes and go in the world relief department. You know, they comes and go. They get transferred to different camps. So there are more than refugee camp in Thailand, Khao Dang, Sai Tu, Aranya Pratet. So at least, and then there was Thai refugee camp, the Vietnamese refugee camp, and the Cambodian refugee camp, and then the Khmer Rouge refugee camp. So And they go over all over where their service needed. So so Robert was gone just like the immigration officer. So I never seen Robert again until, not until, I never seen Robert again. So I'm trying to read, and I think I saw his picture he was taking with some other relief worker in refugee camp in Khao Dang, because he had that thick beard and fine looking Frenchman, you know, not very tall. He's not as tall as the immigration officer. But he's not as fine as the immigration officer, you know, that Thai officer. He was like gorgeous. He's a pretty boy. But Robert, he's in his probably in his 40 or 50, you know. But he smiled well, very receptive, very loving, very kind, you know. So my brother got to know a few of the relief worker and make friends, and I think he still have some of their contact. In fact, some of the letter that was sent still I still have the letters. One of these days I would have to read it for you, because I kept everything that belonged to the family. I kept the pictures. I have all the correspondence, and now I don't think my brother kept in touch with them anymore. Um, I would have to get the name and search for them. I think all my letters still probably in California. I probably have to go back to California and retrieve my belonging. When I moved here, I still have a lot of my stuff in Stockton and at my sister's place. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, living in a refugee camp, you know, I mean, it was not pretty, because, like I said, the toiletry was poor, the sanitize, it was over congested. It was, the living condition itself was slum like flowers, and the mosquito infestation, and then you find human feces everywhere, you know, especially when it rained, and oh my goodness. And some of the rotten stuff that people do, you know, I mean, they would go under the building and they would just like poop inside, underneath the building. Like every time I have to walk through it, it was like disgusting to death. But some of the fun memory, you know. It's some of the fun memory that carry with me. It was good experience to learn all that, to survive through all that, and that's why here that I'm in this country, it made me appreciate more, you know, to be in this great nation, because it's great. It's plenty to eat and safe here. I don't care about anybody else, what they say about America, you know. But for me, America is my home. You know, all that's going on, it don't make me feel good. You know, I wish that there's better solution, and I wish that the government is more lenient and be compassionate toward other ethnic groups, and don't have to send them home, or don't have to force them and shift them back home, and make it legalizations, and, you know, make them citizens, and then allow them to work instead of separations and all that, and then close the border, you know, after these people who've been here 10, 30, 40 years, and legalize them and allow them to be part of the great nation, instead of separating them. So what I do, I'm just attach my leaves in first before I lay the flowers, okay, because I want to have it in the layout format first. So if I were in presidential right now, you know, I'm not going to try to deport everybody. I would allow those who've been here 20, 30 years to have the options of applying for the citizenship, and grant them asylums, or grant them amnesty or something, you know, And then for those who came here illegally, then you know you can send them home, and or you know other option also. You know you don't have to deport everybody. They came here for work, and if it's make America great again, to me I think that's an option. But because we don't see eye to eye, so all I can say was that I love America and this is my home. And if I get deported, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't be deported. I'm a citizen, but you know, doesn't mean it doesn't mean. But I'm not putting into the universe, so I'm not worried about that. You know, I mean, there's no reason to deport me. I'm too cute. Anyway, so there are the leaves. Okay, so now I'm gonna attach this flower here. So I had 2 leaves here. Later on, if I want to add 2 more leaves, I still can. There's no issue with that. I'm just going to create the same leaves here and then sew it onto just like we're doing here. Okay, so there we go. When it's completed, it will be sitting like that. Yeah. Okay. So like we have here. Right. So next time when we come back on here, I'll teach you how to make this beautiful rose. How about that? It'll be nice, huh? I think I have to remember this. This rose I made was over 4 years ago. Dang, 4-year-old rose is still blooming. Yeah, I just love the extra layer of roses, like full bloom, boom. Yeah, I should do the blossom one. That would be challenging, but this right here is pretty easy. Okay, but I have to go back and reinvent this first. When I get it, and I'll share with you, because like I said, I have not made this for so many years, and I have to go and I'll try to remember how I created it. Okay. So let me put the rose together. Yeah, in the loving thought of Robert and that mighty handsome immigration officer. I hope one day that I will be able to see them again. I'm not going to say never, never, ever, you know, but I may not remember them again. I may not remember them, you know, but just a memory of meeting them was beautiful memories. Okay, so I'm placing it, so I'm gonna sew it back here to build the foundation of my rose. So I have to sew back here. So the back here is not as attractive as the front. Okay, we don't care because we're gonna cover it when we put it on. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew in the middle here to have a very strong grip. So I'm gonna go in the back here and put my needle in one of that crocheted here, and you know, just like we sewing and putting something together. So here we go, and pull it, and then go back and do the same thing here. Okay. Back here, and do that a couple times just to make sure it don't fall off. It does not fall off unless it's fully pulling it. You know what I mean? The thing about my product is that, you know, I like things to be like close to being perfect. So it's, what is my likely to to allow this project to follow, you know. All right, so let me do one more tracing so that way I know that in the center of the rose is so now it doesn't fall off, right? So but then I will go ahead and work on the end here, the edge here, and to secure these roses here, make sure that, you know, that it'll stay stay together. And if I wanted it to raise up, I could also, I probably need to like fasten these two bottom petals here, so that way it'll be in the secure place. So what I do in back here, so I just work my way to where I need to fasten this here. So you see that these are not in place, so I'm gonna put these petals together here to secure this two petal here. Just like you sew and put the hemming together. So now I see that, so it's tied up, and I'll do around here probably 4 more stitches, that way I know that it's in secure place. So just hemming it around, because this color here is blending, so can't even see it, and it's going to be inside of the band, so it don't even show, it doesn't show. I'm just going to circle around the rose. There's no right way or wrong way to do this, as long as you can fasten it together, the last two petal. So see, it does not come, it does not be freely movable like these two here. Though this, I like it like that, so when I come in to modify it and make a 3D pop out look. So but I have an idea, like the idea of the last two petals to be bind together, bind to this foundation here. I'm going the wrong way. I love this needle, so easy to operate. Look at that. I need to travel on this side of the rose. I love it to be able to focusing on this project and telling you the story, and that because I don't need full attention on doing this, because and this does not require me to remember much here, because already designed. Two more secure place and then I think we're good. So what are your experience in life? I mean, they have a story to tell. I know I need to write a book about it. In fact, I'm in the process of writing a book. It's called The Rising Lotus. It's not about me. It's about empowering women, because I'm in a community where women are not giving too much rights um, as far as our rights are concerned, and the women in my generations who are not educated, who are literally had no involvement in the community or in societies or in the political um, involvement and stuff like that. And this book here would give you a general background of Asian women who are in the position to educate and provide, who are the people who influence in the community, the Asian community, whether in the political, whether in the school setting or education setting. So this book will be interesting. It'll be something that to educate Asian women on becoming independence and teaching about the history of women in power and empowering themselves in terms of healthcare, justice, social justice, and all that. So this book will cover the whole broad of topic. And I have been working on this book for a while now. I have just about a chapter two. The book is relatively done, but I just wanted to add just a couple more chapters. And then after that, I might write a book about myself, and my self-worth and my experience, and not so much about the Kamaru's experience. It's overall experience here in transition in America, and probably a little bit about the camp life and transition life and all that. So all right, so we have my rose cube in place here. Okay, so I have this to end here. I'm gonna go ahead and bind it so that way it does not run anywhere. So easy is just I have the two end here, so it worked perfect. We're just gonna tie it together. Excuse me. Okay, so our project is done. It looked amazing. I love the three accents color of the purple. This headband here fit for the king. I make crown out of yarn before. Somebody said, "Can you make crown for my baby girl?" It was so cute, made out of gold tone, and we're like the little tiara for a little princess. So cute. If I get serious, I can create just about anything. It's just the idea of me being creative, and just like I said, like a clothes fashion designer, they come up with all kind of clothing idea. And okay, we done now. I fastened this a few times so it won't go anywhere. All right, let me show you what I have. Yeah, there you go. So we have, this is lilac color, okay? This is like a baby purple, and this is like a sister purple, and we have a mother purple here. So we have three accents color, because the lightning is not always supportive. So here we go. Beautiful. It is an idea, it does not look tacky at all. If I wear this, people will be saying, "Oh my goodness, that is cute." Yes, I don't think you. So yeah, look at that. You can wear on the side, or you can, my kid like to wear like here, like booyah. You cannot miss it, or you can put it like way to the back here, to make it look classy, and like in Duke or Daisy time, and you pull it a little bit to the side to cover your ears, and maybe you should put one more over here, yeah, slanted look, and to make it look like classic look, So there you go. So to the end, to the back. So what do you think? You like? You want to try? You're gonna make this? So yeah, there's a little stem here. I might add more. I might add this color to it. Okay, that depends. It's so easy. I might add that. Yeah, I might do that. Let me pull this over here, and I do my own modeling. Huh. How about that? What do you think? You like? I like it too. I think it's so pretty. So it take me how many? About 3 hours? 4? 3? Because I'm talking too much. That's why. And because I was teaching you also, if I do this without talking, I would have got it done an hour early. But no, telling you a story, it helped me heal. You know, because I went through a whole lot as well as far as coming to this great land. And I didn't tell you the rest of the story. I have to tell you the story when I was in high school. And of course, when I came to America, I was already 17 years old. So I started as freshman at 17 because I didn't speak the language. So they determined to help me stay in high school, which I expressed that before, that I really have my gratitude about Lincoln High School, you know, in Stockton. And that they kept me until I was 21 and I haven't graduated from my diploma. I was the oldest kid to graduate from Lincoln High School. Yeah. Anyway, so here we go. So here in the back of the band, this is the wrong side of the band. Okay. Well, we can make the band by itself without the flowers. It's quite fine. But with the flower, it brings a different dimensional. Okay. We can add beautiful white flower. It'll go well also because lilac is just like that stand out booyah kind of color that bring life. Okay, so here you go. Finishing our headband. The only thing that I didn't make today was this rose here, but I can teach you how to make these roses. Okay, and then we spend a couple hours making this band plus the leaves here. Right, I don't care about that. It can. This is like the stem. Okay, and it's at the edge of the yarn, so it gave a little nice dimensional, and the rose pretty cute. Okay, all right. So I don't know about you. I'm in love with this band. I think it's so pretty. I think I'll wear it on my next cooking show, or I don't want to wear it. Maybe I'll give this away. I'll see who will be the lucky recipient. Okay, so make sure that you click like, share, and interact with me on my TikTok. I know who's interacting with me. I know be sending hundreds of messages on me. Though I don't open your messages doesn't mean I don't know that you are there. I appreciate that. I can tell how many like and message you sent me. I will go through people who sent me the most messages. Gotta be good messages though, because I don't open them because it's too many for me. I don't have time to sit down and go over and each messaging. But on Facebook, I don't have that many comments, so I just a few, so I can, like, you know, flip it over and read it. So make sure that you follow and like and subscribe. I'll save this. I'm not gonna wear this. Okay, I'll probably make a new one so I can wear that one, because I don't want my pheromone to get onto this beautiful piece of artwork here. Pheromone, I mean my scent, my body scent, because it's beautiful. I smell good. I shower every day, you know, so I'm not one of those unclean people. But I do not want to wear this. If I want to give this away to lucky fan of mine, my followers, maybe 1 or 2 of them, I make a few of this and I'll send out to those gorgeous women. Okay, it's my favorite color I'll make a few color of the bands, and then I would give this to, I would do the lottery name selection, so that way um, I know it won't be fair for all of you, but at least I do 1 or 2 send out, and all you need to do is just pay for the shipping and handling, and this band will be for you for that, because you're gonna have to show me the kind of support that will allow me to feel warm and love and appreciation, and this can be yours. You have to be female though. If male, you can do the regular band like these, you can wear it to the gym, because this and or I can turn this into a beanie. Okay, so this will be the base of the beanie, and then I just made the whole beanie out of this. Okay, so this would be the base of the beanie that I just crochet around it and cover this part here, and then that can be your beanie. See that? And I can add like a beautiful flowers. Where are my beautiful flowers? Where did I put them? Oh yeah. This is some of the flower that I made long time ago. Old flowers. So maybe booyah. Okay. It's blue. So this is the white roses. And I can't remember what this flower was. I make like a popcorn style. So I don't remember how to do this now. I have to go back and reinvent this. It's been too long. So maybe that flower. Look at that. It has like a detail of this, the middle, where a lot of beautiful detail in the back here. Like there. Look at that. Okay, so maybe I'll put a flower there, small one. And then of course I can do this flower also. I don't remember the name of this flower, but this is so charming. Maybe I'll add a little feature in here. Or these here. Be nice, huh? These look almost like jasmine flowers rather. But anyway, so if you're a man, then in fact I can send the beanies, and for female I can send this beautiful, but I wear this already, so the one I want, I won't give it to you. I'll give you a brand new one, so that would be fair. And because it won't be fair to send you some things already used, so I want to be able to give you the brand new ones. The only time that I put this on, but I tried the size of it. I know exactly what size I want, and this it's gonna fit large, medium, and because I have a small head, so it fit me really well, but it's not tight, so it's stretched also. See that? It's almost like spandex. Okay, so Mama, now subscribe, move over to my YouTube, and for those who in YouTube, make sure that you come on my show every time and make comments. I know that you're active on my page. That way I can go in and select your lucky winner, and I'll make a few of these. Okay, so it won't be just one single person who's getting this, because this is so easy for me to make, so I can make a whole bunch of this and send out to a few people. Okay, but this is like, we're in June, we have a few more months, we have 6 more months before Christmas is here, and if you thought about someone who would would appreciate this beautiful headband for the winter to come, and she can cover her ears with this beautiful headband. If you want if you want the beanies like I make here, and with the initial, I charge for the initial because the initial itself is work. Yeah. So this is a small beanie, so it fit well, for the winter. So I wear this all the time. You got my initial, and I can turn it over this way, or I can turn it all the way to the back. It depends where I want my name to be read. So like that. So this is my beanie. This is my very personal beanie. So I have a scarf to go with it. This different accent. So if you want your beanie initial, then you have to pay extra for that. I think I charge about $20 extra for the initial. So remember now, this is made in America. It's not made from China. It's not made from Taiwan. It's not made from Thailand. It's made by hand, by expertise here in US. All right. So if you want your order, place your order. Let me know if you, because this beanie here I charge about $35. Okay, with the band about $20. With the flowers here. If you want your initial, then it will be another $20. It will be about $50 because the initial take longer time to even to make the whole band. Yeah, so there you go. So I mean, let me know if you want something fancy. Okay, but like I said, I will pick a few lucky winners and the recipient of this beautiful product. I'm not going to put this on. I'm going to make something similar to this. I don't and I'm going to wear that one for my cooking show, but I don't think I will be making that one soon. But I still have this flower here that that I can turn into this elaborate headband. So I'm going to put this away because I promised that I will give it out because it's such a beautiful rose and beautiful flowers, and I made this myself. I'm not borrowing from anybody. So this is I had this on my cooking show a couple of times, along with this one right here. I won already. Okay, I won this one. I haven't won this one yet because I'm not done. I'm still making the leaf for it. So it's a thin band. This one right here, and I think I won this one, and then I won the I had put on the champaka one. Where is it? The yellow flowers. Oh. I won this one on my cooking show. So I did that. So I love this color because this is a Cambodian national flowers. Okay, it's called Garum Dual right here. So easy because it only have 3 petals. That's it, just 3 petals, and there's a little middle petal right here. Okay, that is just the whole nature of the flower, the whole anatomies of the flowers. So it's very basic. It take lesser time to make this than the rose, because rose had so many layers of the petals. So this one only has single petals and this little tiny bloom in the middle here. It's look exactly like that. So this is Karum Dual, the national Cambodian flowers. So maybe next time when I come back here, I will do this pattern for you if you want to create this Garum Dual right here, like that. So this is the color of the Garum Dual. It may be a little darker color, like the orange-ish, but then yeah, but the representation, the flower of the Cambodian national flowers, it's created by me. I designed it. It took me a little bit of time to design this because I started with the red one right here because this is not the right color. Okay, but I did that because I was learning the patterns. So this was my first flower, my first Lumdor flowers is in red, but then this is the whole flower itself is in yellow. I haven't seen the yellow Lumdor, but this is the exact color. But I don't mind, I was a little creative. I'll put some leaves here to make it look nice. So yeah, there you go. Oh. Garum Dual, or the Rumdul flower, the Cambodian national flowers. Only the Cambodian people will know what this is. Let me see, shout out Khmer people on here. Is there any Khmer people on here? Anybody from Cambodia here? Maybe not, because I don't speak Cambodian. They may not come along. but if they are, I can't even read the name anyway, so I'm blind by description. So anyway, I'm done with this, so I'm hanging this up. I'm not going to be wearing this. I'm going to make one that look exactly like this because I kind of like the color, I may use the white roses, never know. Or I may have the same one done, or I may have the same color done in one band. We'll see how it goes. It depends on my mood. Okay, anyway, so I appreciate the time you spend with me today. I have such a great time sharing my story with you and sharing my struggle with you. And I'm glad that you sit down and gotten to know each other a little bit. And I may not be interacting with you. I'm not ignoring you. It's just a fact is that, sometimes it's nicer to not to um, get too personal, but I want you to know that I appreciate the support that you lend me. It's really long. I'm closing out. It's about done. Okay. It's just the fact that you here supporting me. I had gotten a few. Um, None of my video had gone viral yet. Hopefully one day, but YouTube has been unkind with that algorithm and all that. But that's far. I'm unhappy with them because they're always resinching hours and slowly in giving my hours, but they quickly to take the hours away and my 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 viewer away. So I don't even know how to argue. But anyway, I appreciate you being here with me. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do. It makes such a great difference in my channels and to allow me to come into your living rooms and your family room to share my spirit, my stories, to share my struggles and the knowledge that I have gained through the course of the years in cooking, the culinaries, and this beautiful artwork here. Okay, so I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but this required diligent and diligent and dedication. Okay, and imagine that you had this spool of yarn and turn it to something elaborate, something that can be this sophisticated, just like clothes hair. How many counts of clothes hair that weaving in the machine or by hand, what have you. So that's why I always appreciate the Cambodian textile, because people still make them by hand. They're still weaving by hand. So, right. So before I go today, I wish you all the best health, joys, and take care of yourself. And as you know that I do a little yoga here and there just to keep my breathing going and flexibility. Okay. So, oops, not sure. Oh shoot. Oh, I think I lost my. Anyway, so I lost my TikTok. I thought I charged my phone. Anyway, so before I go, I wanted to do again. Thank you so much for your support, by subscribing and thumb up and share it and the bell. That way you will get the notification from me. All right, so I'll call it for an evening. It was good morning where you at, and good morning, and it's getting later in the evening here in America. So until then, right now it's 7:48 in America. I know that in some part of the world it'll be the morning. I think so, or mid-noon. I'm not sure. But anyway, appreciate you being here for me, and I'm gonna log off now. I've been here on a while and finish up these beautiful pieces here. All right, so remember now, one of you be lucky getting this sent home. So that would be my reward for my true fan. Okay, that's my appreciation for you being here for me, subscribing and send me the comment. Good comment though, I mean, anything nasty comment, I'll just block you. I don't have to deal with that. That's a bully and troll. And yeah, I appreciate all that. All right, Bo. Hope you're doing good. You done with your recording? Everything go well for you? No? Okay, I'm ready to close out. And if you just got here, please view my videos, because I was just finishing my beautiful headband here. The 3 accents of purple. I got the mother purple, the kid purple, and the baby purple. So I got 3 shades of purple on here, and I add a cute cute leaves here, and then I attached this floral to it, right? So anyway, I'm closing out. I appreciate you coming in, and so this is a live streaming, so you are welcome to review it, and the pattern is on there, and if you have any question, just send me a comment. It's good as that. All right. Okay. Thank you. And I'll see you back here with next time when I'm here. I'm gonna teach you how to. I'm doing the single stitch today and the chains, the very foundations of the crochet technique. That's the fundamental skill that we all needed, okay, to in order for us to make this beautiful scarf here. Okay, so and I I thought I charged my phone, so I lost my TikTok, but that's fine. So yeah, from this basic yarn into this sophisticated design here. So all right, so I got you. So I'm locking off. I want to say thank you once again. Appreciate all of you. When I come back next time, let's make Garum Dual together. Okay, so I will probably can show you how to do double crochet in making this band here. Okay, and then show you how to make this Garum Dual here. This is the Cambodian national flowers. It's called Rumdul. And a lot of Khmer girls had this name too, Rumdul, you know. So I have a cousin who named Rumdul also. So when they call if you see someone who named Rumdul, they refer to these beautiful Cambodian flowers. This is the national flowers of Cambodia. Okay, so I will show you to do that today. We just finished this beautiful headband of purple roses and over this lilac colors. Okay, all right, I'm done for today. If you just log in, like I said, please help by subscribe, like, and share, and hit the bell so that way you get the latest notification from me under Chef Vanna in I Do Crochet Today. I appreciate you being here for me. I will say good night to all of you, and good morning and good afternoon. Sawadee ka.